You can count on it. You can count on it. You can count on me. You can count on me too. You can count on it. You can.
So, you know.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Welcome
To the Three Oak Podcast, where even the artists can be fans. AJ the Menace.
Shane M. Petty.
And Cherry TNT.
And today with us, we have two special guests. One frequent member of the podcast, brother Leon Gamble.
Okay, I thought that was a pause for me.
I thought you were about to go in. I wasn't sure.
I said, hey,
I didn't want the pause to last too long.
You know what I'm saying? I hit him with the double dutch pause. Like, I see the ropes moving, but you want to jump in.
Yeah. And then we also got a returning guest. This is maybe time 5? Mm-hmm. Fifth one?
No.
Is
Maybe
it?
fourth.
4? I think we did 4 interviews, I feel like. Or did we only do 3?
Nah.
3 interviews?
Probably.
Yeah.
At least. Or at the most.
Okay.
Somebody in the comment section, let us know.
You let us know. But Sarah, the llstrumentalist, has returned to the podcast.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Appreciate
Everybody
it.
breathe. Yeah. Oh, yeah, of course. You know, this is like, you're like I think you're like the first real, like, friend of the podcast. That's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
you know what I'm
Friend
saying?
of the
Like,
podcast.
the listeners who've been
Coming back.
listening to us, they're like,
Yeah.
oh, shit, Sarah back, nigga.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
No,
I'm
but that's
here.
creating the fuck out of a culture.
Yeah.
I will say that.
Nice.
Because, people come back for the same thing. They want to, like, bring back dope
Bruh,
people and
yeah.
stuff like that. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so
Thanks
we're
for
gonna
having me.
so Sarah's just gonna join us in on a regular episode pretty much. We're gonna catch up with her a little bit right at the beginning just because people are gonna want to know what she's been up to these last couple months since she's been on. But yeah, then we'll go into our topic. So Sarah, what have you been up to?
Damn, a lot.
Past couple of
Last
months.
time we spoke was probably a year ago.
Was it a year?
I think so. I'm not sure.
We did the interview right before you left. Like you were leaving.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's right.
Yeah.
That's
you
right.
were leaving within like a month.
That's right.
Yeah.
So I've been in LA for the past 6 months.
Yep.
I was doing a work assignment for Beats One. Was
Yep.
being an
Nice.
assistant producer.
Yep, you told
So
us. Yeah.
I was producing there. So basically, on Apple Music, there's a free streaming radio service that is broadcasting live and right now, like
At all
as
times,
we
yeah.
speak, and
Yeah.
they're either broadcasting from LA, London, or New York. So basically, was helping them produce that content. So it was a new experience for me since I'm a music producer and mainly YouTuber, being able to produce like streaming content like for a radio station like it's
Yeah.
totally different.
Yeah.
A
Which was
notable
pretty
one
cool.
like that, too, though.
Yeah, it was crazy. Every day was
It's jumping.
crazy.
I bet
Yeah.
it's jumping.
Yeah,
So how
it
did
was
you enjoy
crazy.
yourself?
it was a dream, like literally like
Yeah.
a dream. Every day was a dream. Super grateful. Just humble because you're just around a lot of great-minded people, and it just
Yeah.
pushes you to just continue to do your best. And I just want to continue to be around that
Yeah.
environment, and
Yeah.
because it's just important to be around people that are
On that
just
same
disciplined,
minute?
like, and
Yeah.
they just want to like get good music and spread and help other people,
Yeah.
but like do it on a high, cool level, So it was
Yeah.
dope. And being in LA, I lived in like Santa Monica, which is like 6 blocks away from the beach. Like it was like a dream to like literally every day.
You
can
jumped
go to
into the
beach.
movie
Yeah.
about the California. Like
Yeah.
Brink, you know what I'm
Every
saying?
movie you've
Yeah.
seen about that,
Drink.
everything,
Yeah.
Yeah, Johnny Tsunami, they were always just
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
a skateboard
Oh,
ride
yeah.
away from the beach.
Yes, yeah, like living a dream. Like I manifest that. It took me 9 years, honestly,
Yeah.
to get to that point. So
Yo, I'm glad you said that number just now.
Yeah, that's important.
Because
9 is
Everybody thinks
People think it's overnight.
Yeah, everybody-
Yeah.
No,
everybody
no,
thinks that.
like it took me a long time.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it definitely didn't just happen. Like it
I'm
was
so
something
glad
I
you
worked
said that,
very
though.
hard for.
Yeah.
And then I just quit my job like yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Round of applause
Yeah.
for that.
Thank you.
Definitely.
Artists making money off of themselves.
Exactly. So I'll
Yeah.
be just focusing more on because not only was I working for Beats, I was composing music for Epidemic Sounds,
Yup,
which is
yeah, you
a
had
music
got signed right
catalog.
before.
Right,
You
exactly.
went,
So I was doing a lot of making beats. I was actually releasing an EP every month while I was working and making YouTube videos. And I have a clothing brand and like
That's booming.
and I
Put in
it's
well
just-
over 10,000 hours.
yeah, it's a lot. Like it's cool, but
Yeah.
I had to make the decision to take a break from working like a traditional job so I
9
can
to 5
focus
or
on
whatever.
making music. But yeah, that's what I've been up to.
Yeah.
Word.
Hey,
Yeah, more power too, yo.
Well,
That shit-
look,
thank
that shit,
you.
Yeah,
Real, yo.
yeah.
That's-
We're happy for you over here.
all of that is
Definitely.
inspiring.
I've
as
seen
hell,
you
yeah.
guys have been growing though, like for sure, like
yeah.
since the last time I came out here.
Yeah.
So
These
like,
last 6 months been good.
It's
to
been
everybody.
Yeah,
good.
for sure.
It's been really
It's
good.
awesome.
It's been really good. This year's been our best.
Yeah,
Best
for
year
sure.
ever.
Yeah.
Best
That's
year
awesome.
ever.
And it's just been because of what we've been doing.
Right.
And having that kind of energy, being able to be a part of that energy and getting that from you when you hear and for other people when they come. Like,
Right.
Yeah.
You got to keep
You know what I'm
around
saying?
the same
And
like
on top-
Yeah.
Especially because when you were here, I mean, a lot of your beats and everything, you were just solo. It was just you. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? Even in your YouTube videos. But now every day you get to clock in with people that are on that same.
Right, exactly, exactly.
Yeah,
That's
that's
true.
crazy.
That's true. Cause it's very true. Cause I was in
Yeah.
I had to protect. I was in an environment where people didn't want to do better,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
like just
You gotta
be,
protect your energy.
like they're settling.
Places
But
like
I had to actually motivate myself to
Yeah.
do better and like just be self-disciplined. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And then that worked out. You know, it actually got me to a place where I'm around other people that are creative and want to you know. Love doing what they do, but also
Yeah.
get paid to do it as well. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
That is interesting. Yeah, that is interesting. I guess in certain areas. I
gets-
wonder.
Oh, yeah.
I wonder if that's a benefit because imagine coming up you're already in LA, you're already on Santa Monica, your entire life doing this. You might not have went this direction. One maybe, and everybody already around you is creative. Like over here, it might be a benefit to learn that discipline
For sure.
when you're not
Not
in the
in the-
For
busy
sure.
area.
Yeah.
You
For
know
sure.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then move
It's
there
okay
after
to
the
be
fact.
home and like
Yeah.
get your shit together.
Yeah.
You kind of have a step up just because you're not used to being where everything is popping anyway.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
it's
you won't
good.
get drawn down by it because you've already had to.
And
yeah.
even when it
Exactly,
slows down
exactly.
to them out there, you like, it's a regular day.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you can become like the big fish in your pond, like
Yeah.
at home, and then like make a name for yourself at home, and go somewhere else, like you're not just starting fresh. A lot of people just go to LA and they expect for things to be handed
Yeah.
to them.
Yeah.
But like once you've already have a discipline of like having a routine and you go out there, like
Yeah.
it just fuels your fire. But some people just go out there expecting for things to happen. Like I know
Everything to
people
just
that do
fall in
that,
line.
and then
It's
a place of
and they'll be out
wishes.
there for years, and I'm like, what are you doing? Like what have
Yeah.
you been up to? And they're like, you know,
Just grinding.
just
Yeah.
you know, but they're not doing anything.
Yeah.
But sometimes you got to come back home and like get your shit together, and then go out there
Yeah.
to appreciate what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I'm not sure. Like, it's hard to be out here. It's hard to be out here to be creative. It's hard to believe because
Yeah.
a lot of people just, especially like growing up, our families were teaching us to. Like artists don't make money. Like I can't
Yeah,
tell you how many
facts.
times I heard that growing up, and
Yeah.
just like family always wants you to have a decent job, but they
Yeah.
don't tell you like do something that you love. Like I
Go to
remember,
the standard route college.
Exactly.
Get a bachelor's, master's, depending on the field.
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
I had to
Yeah.
like force my grandma and tell her like stop telling me to work a job and like tell me to
Facts.
do what I love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. That's why it was a difference with the last show that we did because our parents came to the show and I think his mom came to one
Facts.
before.
That's right.
Yeah.
But that was
Yep.
the first time my parents ever came to the show. And like when
Wow.
I first started rapping and stuff, my dad ripped into my ass talking about like
Right.
you're not gonna make any money doing this. Like
Right.
what the hell are you doing this for?
Right.
Like, all of that. Like when I first
Exactly.
started. And my mom was the one who bought me my very first mic one Christmas and I'm in the fucking kitchen writing raps and recording on some
Right.
Yeah.
makeshift ass programs just to get my
Yeah.
shit started up. And
Exactly.
like, she didn't fucking want to do it, but she at least understood that she had to invest in me doing
Yeah.
something
He
I enjoyed.
needs to do
a
this,
little bit.
yeah.
He needs to do this.
Right.
Whether or not this works for him, he needs to do this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And she let me
Yeah.
rock with that, and that
Yeah.
shit took me here.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then that
Yeah, facts.
That's beautiful.
got me in this fucking room right now.
Nice.
Me and him and
Exactly.
everything moving from there. So
Exactly.
Because
Exactly.
my mom saw, the last time she saw me was maybe 5 years ago, if not more, maybe 6. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So a lot has changed since then. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like,
That's dope.
I probably was, even the way I made everything look from somebody, you already have a negative look on it, but I probably wasn't making it look any better anyway.
Right.
But now it's like, okay, you see this shit is looking better. Like,
Right.
and when you get to experience it in person, like, the respect level now is just the utmost. It's
Yeah.
like,
Right, for
no,
sure.
he's doing exactly what he's supposed to be doing.
Right.
Like,
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
Like, look what I've been doing for the
Exactly.
past 5 years.
This is
Right.
this is what I've been doing.
Yeah.
She was
Yeah.
like, my mom was just like, you guys got good. She was like,
Right.
this is, yeah.
So great.
She's like, y'all
Yeah.
are lit.
yeah.
I was like, I said, this is what we've been doing. This is it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, this is it. She gets it now.
It's beautiful.
She gets it now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's one thing I can say I'm thankful for. Like my mom is definitely always been supportive. Like even when
As
I didn't,
hell.
even when I didn't
So
want to write,
supportive.
even when I didn't want to write,
Really?
she was like, "Cherokee, you need to write. You wrote today?
Yeah.
Did you write today? Did you at least write a poem? Did you
That's
write a rap?
nice.
Anything? You been listening to beats? Like, definitely. Like the first time we performed, like my mom was the first one there. We were still setting up.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
That's
She was the
Yeah.
first one there. She
Yeah,
was
that is-
early.
Right.
She was there early.
As soon as we said we had T-shirts, they
Got
gave
it.
me
Right,
t-shirts. You know what I'm saying?
exactly,
Like
exactly.
that shit was so ill. Like, and it's like I feel like she understands it so much
Yeah.
because how often does your daughter just start hanging out with this random group of dudes that she met on Facebook?
Yeah.
and like over there every day.
Right.
Now she got a music video. It's like
Yeah,
Right.
she
no,
showed
no,
everybody
this is
that
her
video.
family.
No matter where mama goes, she is showing that video.
Yeah.
You ain't seen my baby video here. Amen. Look at her. She was like, she say a few words. Don't worry about it.
Right.
That's so
Definitely.
interesting though, because your parents have no musical background, right?
No.
Anybody in your family? I'm coming from a no musical background.
Some people in
family.
my family do, but
Yeah.
not my parents.
Not your parents, okay.
Right.
But your mom sings though.
Yeah, I got a lot of musical background in my family.
Yeah,
My
and
mom
his
sings.
mom
My
Yeah.
parents-
sings too. He was in a
Yeah,
band
she
with his
still
mom.
sings.
Nice.
Yeah, my dad
What?
played my.
What's up?
Yeah, she sang
My
like
dad
two.
plays the guitar. He was in a jazz band.
Oh, yeah.
He was in a rock
Oh,
band.
nice.
He was in a rock
He
band.
was in a rock band back in the day. Yeah,
Nice.
Oh,
That's
shit.
what's
Damn,
up.
that's crazy.
he can
Yeah.
sing a little bit.
I think the closest my family got to music before me was apparently one of my uncles in Opelika, Alabama.
Opelika. Shout out to Opelika.
Was Opelika, yeah.
I know you're speaking African just
he
now.
was one of the members of the Commodores, but got into a bad car accident, and it pretty much messed him up permanently. So like he always lived with his mom, which is my aunt Connie.
Yeah.
And so like last time I went down there, that had to be 6th grade maybe. 6th, 7th grade was the last time I've been down there to visit them. Like he was in the house, chilling and all that. And like my mom was telling me about it. And I was like, I think that's the closest.
My mom loves the Commodores. That's crazy.
Yup.
Crazy, yeah,
And then he
for
got
sure.
like they got signed, but he got in this bad accident and they had to replace him.
Damn.
Wow.
Yup.
Damn.
That's
Talk
Talk
the
about a twist in
I'm
fate.
definitely have to ask her about that story.
Yeah.
She know all the
Yeah.
all the facts.
Rest in
Yeah.
peace, Aunt Connie. She just passed last
Oh,
year.
R.I.P. Aunt
Yeah,
Connie.
R.I.P. Aunt Connie.
R.I.P.
She was solid for real.
Condolences,
Just
brother.
like my great grandma. Like my great grandma, I knew her till like 5th grade or 6th grade.
Yeah.
But like the same spirit over there. So it's like
Right.
everybody's here. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's a lot of generations to experience though, because
Yeah.
I think I was like really small when my great grandma died, and I didn't really have like a relationship with her.
I had a cool relationship with my great grandma.
Yeah.
Yeah, because she was older, but it was to the point where she was like living with us now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah.
So she was in the crib. I saw her every day I went home. You know what I
Right.
mean? For like 2-3 years.
Nice.
And then she moved to another family member's house. Stuff like that.
Yeah.
So yeah,
You
I
get
was
a
lucky to
relationship
have
like
it.
that with your grandma or grandpa, yo, that's a powerful bond,
Right,
yo.
for sure.
It
Yeah.
is.
I had a strong one with mine too,
Yeah.
because I was there with I was always at their house. Like when I got off of school, I got
Yeah.
picked up from school, and I went to their house and stayed there until my
Right.
parents got out.
Got off of
Exactly.
work to pick you
Yeah.
up.
Exactly.
Those are fire. Yeah, those
so
are fire.
I used to be there all the time as a kid, and all the kids, all the cousins and everybody used to be there. So that shit was fire.
Those
Like,
be the best, bro. When
Yeah.
your family
Right.
is in town, bro.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh man, doesn't
No, I
have. We
used
moved
to,
here.
used to live with my grandma, my aunt, my uncle, their 4 kids.
Yo,
Yeah.
yo,
Oh,
just
like
it's
the whole
lit
house.
at all times. Yeah, it's always lit.
Crazy. Too much.
But let's see. So yeah, I guess we can kind of like maybe transition into the actual topics of this week then. And we can start knocking some things away. Now, I do want to talk. I really want to talk about that Joe Budden and Russ.
Yeah, we don't have to
let's
go down
do
the
it.
list. We can just
Yeah,
pick.
I said we just start there. So everybody,
do it.
most people have seen majority of it.
I've seen all of it.
So like the Joe Budden and Russ interview was great. It was an hour and 44 minutes.
Yeah.
It was great. But
Joe
Joe
Budden
Budden,
behaved
is
himself.
amazing at what he does, man. And
Yeah.
I was not a
Yeah,
Joe
sure.
Budden rapping fan, but I am
Right.
on board
Right.
with personality. Joe
Right.
Budden is
Yeah.
the shit.
Yeah.
You know
Because he's
what
a
I mean?
conversationalist.
Yeah,
Right.
he's great
really
at
good
it.
at conversation.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed the interview. For Russ, a lot of people don't like Russ. He does drop gems left
A
and
lot
right.
of 'em.
He's literally
but-
giving you the play. He'll kind of give you the blueprint, but not. I don't know.
I think it's because he says people don't like him. Like he
Yeah.
keeps
He
talking
keeps talking that
about
into
that
existence,
shit. I'm
yeah.
just like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
who is saying that?
right.
Yeah.
No,
And
no,
now,
no.
you know
People
what?
have haters.
No,
You're
they
gonna
hate him.
have
Twitter
hate-
hates Joe Budden.
people-
Oh, did they?
No,
like
people
actively.
people are gonna not like you, especially when you get bigger. And like,
course.
but you
You're
can't focus
successful.
on like
That
the
group.
negative people. Like,
Yeah.
there's people. Obviously, you're successful because or people
Yeah.
fuck with you because
I think they
you're
just troll him
successful.
so hard. that is just,
He
it's
lets
just
it get, it
constant.
takes too much of his life.
energy,
It
yeah.
consumes too
I
much.
think
of
I
it.
think he thinks about it too much.
Yeah,
I
it
feel
really-
like his
it definitely
focus
hits the
is
spot
like you
for
were
him.
saying.
I think
like,
he
like
was
at the end of the
bullied when
night.
he was younger,
Probably.
and like
Yeah.
he went through a lot when he was in high school, and I
I
feel
can
like
see that.
I feel like he's going
lashing
through.
out
He's
now.
I
Yeah.
feel like people may have told him no, you can't do, and then he went on like I'm gonna do every day, release something until I'm gonna show y'all, and then
Yeah,
like he's
I'ma
at a
show
point
you.
like
He's
I
always
got
in that.
everything.
Yeah.
And, like, but no
Yeah.
one likes me. It's like he's got that complex, like something's like someone's telling him.
Yeah.
Something's wrong.
Like,
Like,
yeah,
but you're
like,
good,
he,
bro.
like he got his payback, but he still hurt inside.
Yeah.
Like,
He ain't
yeah.
just hurt.
Like,
He
you're not
able to hurt
happy.
him.
He has an
That's
emotional
why I know.
blockage.
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, something
Yeah.
going on.
And that's one thing that really bothers me. So like, I feel like the conversation was straight. I realized what angle Joe Budden was taking. He wasn't taking a challenging position from him.
No.
Because one, he said he didn't do any research, and I don't think a conversation has to be challenging, but that's how media will look at it.
Yeah.
But I feel like there was multiple times he would say things, and it would be like, okay, that right there. Why would you say that? You know what I'm saying? Like, there was a couple of moments where it's like, this is why people don't like you, bro. But then at the same time, because that statement right there, like, what makes you feel like you give the right to give that statement? If you, why are you not self-aware? You're self-aware enough to know that. I don't know. It's weird. He likes being in that position. He wants to be respected on, like he said in the interview, the Nipseys, the Rick Rosses. Like, he wants to be the knowledge guy. He wants us to deem him a legend. It's like,
stuff
bro,
like that.
Yeah.
huh?
He keeps saying that.
He
Yeah,
keeps
yeah, he
saying
keeps
shit
saying
like
that.
that,
Yeah.
and
Just
it's just
work,
like, bro, just keep
Yeah.
putting the work in, bro. Like, you don't have to have it now. That's what Joe was like. Let us call you. Let us call you that.
Let us crown you.
And he was like, "No, bro, I'm certified a legend.
I'm not gonna wait for people.
What song? Name 10 Russ songs.
But that's
That's what
literally,
I'm saying.
That's
No.
literally why. That's why I completely get it. Like I get why people wouldn't like him.
Yeah,
on that.
Yes,
Like,
because he
I
talks-
get it.
yeah.
Because like I listened to that whole interview. I was like, this guy
He's
really
arrogant.
isn't a likable person.
Right.
He's
not.
I think
He's
that's
not a
what it
likable
is.
person with
Yeah,
that.
because remember, like even he would Joe Budden would always try to like change the subject, but
Yes.
like Russ would keep talking about his plaques. You know, see,
Right.
yeah, but these people hate me, but this plaques, and I sold out this place.
Yeah.
That shit's crazy.
It was
like,
such an ego trip.
ego.
Yeah.
For sure.
I feel like it's just all the material things that he can present. Like,
Yes.
yeah, I did this,
I
I
don't
did
like
this, I
jewelry,
did that.
but-
But I did this. Look at this gold plaque.
Oh, I thought Joe was coming.
when I
the
first
beginning.
got
I
it.
thought Joe was
got
gonna
it,
be
yeah.
on 10 from the
Right.
start. When he started the
started
jeweler
off
thing, I said, okay, this is the
Yeah.
energy I like, right?
Yeah.
Joe really took I'm trying to understand you perspective.
He did.
Like, he
Yeah.
really did.
Right.
But Russ is exhausting because you all remember at the end,
right.
Joe said he was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
"Can we talk about that?" He said, "No, I'm going home, man. I'm
Oh,
going
yeah,
home."
Joe-
Right.
Joe's
Right.
like, I got places to be.
Because he
Yeah,
wanted
right.
to talk about the same
More
shit they
stuff
were
that-
already talking about
Right.
for an hour and a half already.
He really just wanted to vent.
He wanted
Yeah.
it. Bruh
probably
said,
He wanted to hear
another
himself
2
talk,
hours.
talk about all that.
Yeah,
we
he's
need
just
to,
really
like, talk more about
self-absorbed.
mental illness because
Yeah.
I feel like people out here like we not recognizing he's got an issue.
He
like,
got an
he's-
issue.
Yes.
He has an
he
issue.
wants to like he wants to focus on the negative. Like
Yeah.
let
Yeah.
it go.
And I think
like,
his relationship with his dad, like his dad was like jealous and he was making more money than
Yes,
him and like
yeah.
started like
That
acting
really
out.
messed
Oh, his
I think
father
that-
wanted to start a business,
Yeah.
and failed at starting a record company or something.
Yeah,
like
and
that.
then he
was it a record company that he?
I thought
Something.
so.
he never
was
really
like a-
talked about it.
They never,
Yeah.
he
I remember that
definitely never said
song.
what the
Right,
business
with his
was.
dad. Yeah.
Okay.
He just said it wasn't anything to do with Columbia, which
yeah.
it could be
Right,
another thing.
exactly.
You know what I mean?
He
But I
needs
think
to just
that
be real.
just-
Like my dad worked for this for 16 years. My dad did this for 2 years, and
Right.
like just talk about like it
Like,
shouldn't
I
be
w-
an issue.
I want somebody to I want somebody
that's
to
true.
talk to him to where it's just like, you do not have to do this, and if this is what you want, the way you're moving is not going to get you there.
Man, it's
You
gonna
know
have to
what
be
I mean?
somebody that he's not the type of person. It don't seem like the type of person to take that from anybody
Yeah.
who's not like
Yeah.
has more
Right.
records than him, or
Right.
has
Yeah.
more
For
platinums.
sure.
and
Then you have to
shit, like,
think
yeah.
at
I
the
don't feel
same
like
time.
even somebody on the same level, I feel like he wouldn't take that from low key.
Right.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
ego.
You know what I'm
right.
saying?
It's
Yeah.
ego.
At the same time, he's white. He's pretty.
Oh yeah.
And that's another thing.
That I feel
that
like
was another
he's
thing.
like
That's
mixed or something, but
crazy.
he is
He's
white.
not.
no,
Your
he's
brother brought that
100%.
up.
White,
He's
yes.
Sicilian.
Yeah.
White,
And on,
white.
Yeah.
and on top of
Yes.
that, like that was one of those points I wanted the interview to stop so that we can have that conversation because he was like, and I know I do have an advantage. I'm white. I'm Sicilian, and I feel like for all the stuff that you want, and no, that's not what he said. He said race still plays a big factor in everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like the conversation should have been stopped
Stop right there.
so we could have that conversation.
Right.
You know what I
Right.
mean?
Right.
For
I
sure.
feel like that was a crucial
Right.
Moment to
Because-
break that down.
if he can have that conversation in a presentable way, we will like you again, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right,
like,
right,
we
right.
need you to understand how you talking to people as a white person in our industry, I don't care what you've accomplished,
Right.
but you're not gonna be talking to me like that.
No.
Period. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like if you are so self-aware to know that race is an extreme major factor to this day in every industry, then why is that connect not coming from you?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's why you got all them plaques.
Maybe that's why.
Like,
Yeah.
I see what you're saying,
overseas trap like tours
With
and
no
stuff.
radio
Like the people in the crowd
crew.
are white.
Yeah, you're
Like,
right, dog. Yeah,
you know,
and
so, I mean, regardless,
that's
it doesn't
true.
matter. But at the same time, like
you're speaking to a demographic still.
exactly.
Yeah.
So he needs to shut up.
I see what
He
you're
does,
saying,
he
though. Yeah,
does,
he
he
does. I see what
does.
you're saying because it's like you think about how he can grasp this point, which is low key on this level. but you
This
can't
is a high
grasp
concept, bro.
This concept right
we
here.
we talking
And you
fundamentals with him at this point
Yeah.
only, you know.
Yeah.
And he's just so. I'd be like, I was going to that interview praying that conversation was going to be had.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that would be the final verdict on whether we need to fuck with Russ at all in hip hop or
Right.
not. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like. Because if you answer those incorrectly, we could just cut you out like we did Daniel Caesar. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God!
Right.
Into
We will fully cancel a nigga if we
Right.
need to.
Right.
We just need to hear that conversation sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's really crazy. My nigga Daniel Caesar.
well, we could go right into Daniel Caesar. Boy, they
Wait,
got
so
his
what
own-
happened?
Less
Yeah.
than 3,000
Oh, okay.
copies
In the first
the
week.
first week.
Yo, I didn't know it was
That's
gonna be that
sad.
crazy.
Less
I did not know.
I
Less
honestly did
than
not. I thought the white people would have
3,000.
had him.
Less.
Did not know.
Because he
I mean, I
said,
thought he was
y'all want to
doing
cancel.
well.
He was.
Oh, what did he say? No, what happened?
Oh, you didn't hear
so,
that?
Yeah. So pretty much, you want to. All right. So
Pretty much, he said
yeah.
something to the effects like white people are the winning team, and we need to get with the program
And stop being mean to Yes Jules.
and start being
He
mean
was
to Yes
defending
Jules and white people,
Oh, that's
even
what
though
he
they've
was
been
saying,
mean to us in the past. We just need to look past all
He was,
that.
yeah, he was like, "This has been over."
Oh, he got a white
Racism
girlfriend.
has been
That's
over.
Oh yeah, definitely got some white ass.
But it started with Yes Jules controversy about her having some wild
Right.
She wanted a
comment
T-shirt. Was just
about
like,
black women or
Right.
black culture in
Right.
general,
Yeah, it was
but
like
mainly
nigga
black
shit or some
women, which
shit.
is like
Right.
everybody
Leave that
knows you don't go there, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm
Don't
saying?
talk about that.
White people will
Yeah.
cancel you for that shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for real.
Like it's just
Yeah.
certain things you don't do.
Yeah.
Nah, I
And
didn't know that.
this is offense number 3 from you, my nigga. Like,
Right.
why are we even entertaining the fact that she's
Exactly.
allowed to any party at this point?
Yeah.
Why is her
Yeah.
name?
She got a
mentioned?
fat ass.
She, you know what I'm
That's
saying?
literally it, because she has a
So
fat
what's
ass.
the- like, that-
You
that
can't
shit
even make that
should
mistake
never trump
once.
something
Yeah.
like that. Yeah.
And
She
for him to even say like, "Oh, you can cancel me. I don't care. Y'all made me rich the last time. I did pretty
Yeah.
good last time. You can cancel me. Oh, we did."
Why are we being mean to Yes Jules?
Yeah, man, I thought
that
he was-
nigga got on camera with blonde hair and said that shit.
Blonde hair. He cut his dreads
Cut his
off, dyed his
cut
hair.
his-
Oh yeah, he was
Yes.
blonde, right? He was blonde.
Cut his Daniel Caesar was black as fuck when he got into the game, bro.
Yeah.
Black
Right.
as hell, bro. Black.
That's why it's so surprising to me. I'm like, I
Bro
thought he
cut
was
his hair,
I still-
dyed it blonde. Look up a picture of
I
this
still
man.
feel like he was still dabbling in white girls, but he found the white girl to like really flip the script for him.
Yeah, man.
And he just went off the fucking deep end.
He lost it, man. He
Like, I
can't-
wanted to
got
listen
that
to his
pussy.
new album so bad, and I didn't. I wanted to listen
white
so
pussy.
bad.
Wait a minute, didn't on the
Yeah.
live
I wrote a
the
bar
live
about that.
event, didn't we sing his song?
Bro, we was
Probably.
fully
Oh, yeah.
with
If
If they
Daniel
come on, I'm
Caesar,
definitely
bro.
going to fucking
Oh yeah,
sing it. But
this was pre-crazy. Anyway,
This is
you know,
this
yeah,
is-
that
this is
came. This
before he
you know
did
that song
yeah.
came out before he lost his
Yeah.
shit. So
Oh, I
so
get,
it's okay.
I get him mixed up with the other guy.
Who? What other guy?
What's the other guy that got a similar name to him? That's a rapper.
Okay.
Daniel
Caesar.
Caesar.
no idea.
There is a Daniel though, and it's a rapper. I don't know.
Something, and the song was called Ricky.
Oh, whatever.
Never mind. I'm thinking it's a different person. But then,
You were gonna go in on this
Cancel.
person. You were gonna go in on this
Your
person. I
ass.
hate you now.
But yeah, man. Hey, look, Daniel Caesar. I'm sorry
the
for
other
you, man.
guy?
Whatever.
oh, Denzel Curry. I get them.
Denzel Curry.
Denzel.
Yeah,
Oh.
I get the names mixed
I kept
up.
thinking
I
it
was
was
like,
Daniel
wait,
something.
got his dreads?
Yeah.
I'm blind. When this come out?
No, Denzel is still holding
Oh,
it down.
okay.
Yeah, he still got a
the
dread.
singer.
Yeah, he's still good.
Yeah.
Singer.
Oh no.
He makes
That's
awesome
fucked
music,
up.
but
He
and I
said
love
that.
his voice, and I'm like,
Oh, he
damn.
should have never said nothing.
I wish
He should
he-
have just been a mute.
Yeah.
He jumped
He
on
should've never
live.
said- on live.
passion.
It was.
Oh, yeah.
It was real with it.
He brought that to the forefront. I think he was drunk, right?
They were. I don't think so.
thought that's what they said.
I don't.
Nah,
think so.
because like, why would you just bring that to the
Blame it
forefront?
on the
Like,
other.
why would that come
I
out of
don't.
nowhere and just like?
Yeah, he might have been, or maybe Yes Jules.
I
called
think
him
he had
crying.
like defended
Right.
No,
her.
because he had somebody with him.
And
He
he
had
went
somebody
to-
with him in the video. He was like hanging out with a
Like his
friend.
friend. I feel like
And
he
was
like either defended
in a
her on
Roman
Twitter or
doing something. I don't
Instagram,
know.
and then
probably won't lie.
went off like,
Yeah.
Oh,
because everybody was commenting and like,
on it,
hey,
then, like,
this is
yeah,
what
yeah,
happened.
yeah,
This is
yeah,
how I
yeah.
feel.
They got a
that-
little sippy sip, and then he was like,
In
all right,
that
I'm gonna
video-
respond to them
Right.
right now. Sorry, he probably started typing it and was like, fuck
It's
that, they gonna
ego,
hear me.
bro. Right.
Hey, but look, in that video, the other dude he was with was also a black man with blonde hair.
Yeah. I was like, what is
That's
happening?
weird.
Yeah.
Sharing same bleach.
Just rolling deep.
Got
Y'all
some
just-
Pass a nigga.
Y'all were
Right,
hanging
go
out
ahead.
one night and decided to do it
Yeah,
together. Is that what
together in the
happened?
bathroom, naked, just
It's a little
blonde hair,
strange,
got
but whatever.
Sad.
relaxing the hair,
But yeah, man. Hey, look, Dale Caesar.
pubes
hey,
all
I-
fucking blonde and shit.
He probably did it all.
Right, right.
Armpit hair.
You get me, bro, back here?
Yeah.
How that look? Take a photo.
Hey, grab the mirror, grab the other one.
Right. It look like
You
I'm
know
white. Like,
You know what? I didn't even realize. I forgot. Just happened. The California earthquake. Was that in the area that you were?
That was today.
Would you
Yeah.
have been
Or,
affected by that?
Yesterday.
No, that happened, like,
this
over the
is
past 2
today. Like, this happened like 4th of July
It
and the
happened
5th of
twice.
July.
Yeah, it was like
Yeah.
it
Yeah,
was
it's multiple
yesterday and-
times.
Yesterday and
Yeah, so
Thursday.
yeah, my girl, she's scared.
She's scared?
Yeah, she's like the building shaking and the trees are like
Well, like,
swaying as
yeah,
if they're about to fall. But like
Damn.
she said, where she was at, I mean, there's no damage, but there's it wasn't that bad. But it was a 7.1 yesterday. But
Wow.
yeah,
That's hard,
yesterday
bro.
was crazy.
No, that's-
The
yeah.
first one was a
7.6.
6.6.
Yeah, the first
Yeah.
one was a 6 point something,
kinda-
and then
that's
and
still
it happened the next day. So it's just
How
like
long was it? Did it last?
just for like 30 seconds, or,
Okay.
you know. But it felt, but
That's
it
a
felt
long
like
30 seconds.
yeah.
30
Shit-
seconds on a 7.1. I'm
Yeah.
like, yo, I don't
Yeah.
know where we at, but we
Yeah.
might not need to.
I'm not sure if 30 or 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was like, just 3?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a long time, 3 seconds. I'm like, 3? Like, yeah, 3 I'm like, okay. But, yeah, I go back on Wednesday, so we'll see if I'm going
You
to
know,
survive that shit.
Return to fucking judgment day.
Oh, man.
Do y'all remember that little mini earthquake we had a few years ago?
Here?
Yeah, right.
I remember.
Yeah, it came out the
Yeah.
East Coast.
Shit, that was damn near
no.
10 years ago at this point.
I don't
Yeah,
remember.
was-
I didn't feel it.
that was
but-
like that was
I
like
felt that
2000.
shit. I was.
I didn't feel it. 'Cause
Yeah.
I was driving, so that's why I didn't feel it. But
Right.
when I pulled up to Wake Tech, everybody was outside. Like,
Right.
did you just feel that?
I was at my house. I
Right.
was like, my mom had a whole bunch of plants and shit back, and I was like, what the fuck? I was like, am I tripping?
Yeah.
Right.
I'm like, am I tripping?
Right, especially out here, like to
Yeah, like,
not
that
expect
was
something.
Not at all.
Because
Yeah.
we're
I don't
expecting
remember
hurricanes. We know it's going
Oh,
to get
yeah.
lit with that
Hurricane,
rain at least once or twice a
Exactly.
year.
But here, I'm worried about tornadoes.
Tornadoes.
Oh,
every
yeah.
time
Yeah, like
tornado
sometimes
season
Yeah.
you get like.
Yeah,
I remember
you
one
do.
that was like 77 throughout North Carolina.
Every
Yeah.
time, every summer I
There
feel
was
like
one recently, like
lucky.
the other day.
Just the other
Yeah,
day,
yeah,
yo, I was
yeah.
like, yo,
Yeah, it
low
was.
key, there might be. I was
There-
like,
oh, it's definitely
I was like,
coming.
this gonna be the day. I
Right.
was like,
It's not gonna be. It's
my
Is it
mom's
today
know.
today?
I was like, but mom's
It's been raining like
sometime, and,
hell.
she like screamed my name for something.
Yeah.
I was
Right.
like, I already know what she's talking about.
Yeah.
She's like, you see outside? I was like, yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah,
These
because they said there was some
tornadoes
power
are-
lines down and the power was down around here
There's a big
somewhere.
one
Oh
coming.
yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It
When's
has
the
to be. Yeah, definitely. It's
When's
been
the-
raining like hell. It's been hot and
It
raining.
has.
Oh, yeah.
When's the last time y'all seen like Twister, the movie?
The movie.
Oh, that's my shit.
Yeah.
Shit like 2 years ago.
That movie was
I love that. Was like one of my.
intense.
That's one of my favorite
I
movies.
grew up on that movie.
I used to want to be a weather chaser.
Stuff was like,
Yes, for sure.
storm
I used to
chasing.
be
Weather chasing
want to be a
so fun. Yeah.
meteorologist.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
It did. Twister made us all want to do that
Right,
shit.
for
Like,
real.
yeah,
That
but then
ass.
you realize like half of
Hell
them are just in
no.
front of that green screen.
Right, exactly.
Pointing that shit,
Shit
looking
look
at-
cool as fuck.
And then the
Putting balls
majority
in
of them
that.
fucking die. So
Right.
it's like, no,
Yeah.
And you know what?
Yeah, I'm black.
Something kind of struck me as like, now that I think about it, what were they doing? I guess they need the knowledge or whatever, but how much do you think they were getting paid? You think they was getting paid like
Ain't nobody getting paid for that.
they were just
It's
doing,
they probably government.
wait, get paid for what? Storm chasers?
yeah, like storm chasers and niggas like that, like
Is
people
it-
who like
Yeah.
study them as like meteorologists. Well, they were just doing it for the thrill, weren't they? And to
Yeah.
sell the footage.
Yeah.
Isn't that what they were
Yeah,
doing?
yeah, yeah. I'm
Never
pretty sure-
mind, they
I
were
don't
just
know
a
if they were
media.
I
But
think they
now
do
the
research
people
and-
that do it, I don't know.
Maybe
You
it's
think they
government
good?
funding or
Yeah.
like because a lot of those things are funded by the government.
Yeah.
Just
Okay,
research,
They insurance
especially
high as hell has to be.
Yeah, I'll be out
So,
there.
yeah,
They
insurance.
be out there in storm. They be in the middle of the
$5
storms.
million
Like, what?
insurance.
You really love your job that much
Yeah.
that you are in smack dab in the
No,
middle
hell
by the
no.
beach.
They be having
No.
them heavy ass cars where they can stand sit in the middle of them sometimes.
Oh, fun fact. Twister was the first movie on DVD ever.
Oh, wow.
You know what?
That's
I think
crazy.
it came with our DVD player.
Oh, it did?
I got
Right,
yeah.
I
Our
think-
DVD player came with like 3 movies. It was The Mask, Twister,
That Christmas combo.
and not Goodfellas,
That
but
Black Friday.
The Godfather. I think maybe
Yeah.
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah.
That's
That's
crazy.
dope.
Oh,
I know
that's
about
good.
that.
Do you guys notice the
wild, you remember
chemtrails in the sky?
No,
Oh my
I
You
God.
seen the,
No, I
the
haven't seen that.
chemtrails?
I have a
Put me
badass
on game.
picture.
You're
I
talking
don't know
about
if I ever
here or
showed you
just-
this.
In general, everywhere.
no.
What's that
Put
shit
me
called?
on
The
game,
Harpa?
please.
No, but I
Yeah.
see it every once in a while, like a bunch
Like
of
they're
them.
actually dropping like chemicals in the air, but it's white, so people don't really think twice of it. But like, but yeah, it's like crazy in LA. Like it's crazy out here, but it's like the weather has been really weird this like recently. Yeah, like so
they dropping all these chemicals in there.
And you know,
People, I noticed.
fucking up.
They're trying to they're trying to learn how to control weather.
Yes.
that makes me to
And
think
climate control.
how it snowed
Yeah.
in like Mexico
Yeah.
or some shit. But you
Yes.
remember like a few years ago, it was people like up north and out in the Midwest that was like burning the snow and it wasn't melting.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
You don't remember
What?
that shit?
Hell
That shit was
no.
all over Facebook.
Right,
They
it's
were
like-
literally burning the snow.
Right. Oh, what the? Nuh-uh.
was like,
Hell,
that?
this ain't no cloud. That's
Is
what
that
I'm
the
saying.
Demogorgon?
This is motherfucking.
Oh.
That's what I'm. This is
I did
fucked
that.
up.
Let me see.
That's a.
That's crazy.
That's you can't tell me there ain't no cloud. That's not no cloud, bro. Like
Send me
that's
that,
man-made.
Hey, yo, send me
They
that picture
fucking
so I
with
can
you.
put it
They
in the
like, let me
episode.
write the
Yeah, yeah,
design. I'm gonna write my name.
Damn.
So I
Like-
just was going to work one day and I just saw
That
this
shit's
fucking
crazy.
spider.
That's
shape in the
crazy.
sky. I was like,
Usually
what the
they
fuck
try
are they
to go-
doing?
And that ain't no jet going one jet just doing something
Yeah.
crazy like nah.
That's that they're doing that on
authorized.
purpose.
They
That
were
shit's
coding the
crazy.
area.
Yeah.
Like, they're just having fun at this point.
Bullseye. That's crazy.
Damn.
Now, I really want to know what they're doing. Like, I don't want to like say that they're spraying shit to change the. I want to fucking know because if they're really out there have private planes that are dropping some shit in the air.
Yeah.
'Cause you'll see a commercial airplane that's like Delta or Southeast,
And it be
Southwest,
this
and it's
little
north.
ass thing.
It's you see the logo. There ain't no like condensation. It maybe be a little bit, but it's not leaving a like a
real ass-
trail,
yeah.
like a
And
contrail.
and a
shit's gonna
trail that
disperse.
stays there.
Yeah.
Right,
It
it
be
stays
lingering-
there and
it
it
be
just
lingering.
dropping. I'll be
Yeah.
like, all right, they did that. And when you're in Cali, like they're on the coast, like you'll be on the beach and they're just dropping it right where you're laying, like just they're
Damn.
flying from down from Mexico all the way up to the top of California. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Like they're
crazy.
just flying, like consistently dropping stuff. And the weather's weird, and it's like everyone's like there's something wrong, and I'm just like, well, they're putting shit in the air. I don't know what it is.
Bro, I literally think
you
that's
know?
what it is. I've always felt that way, and especially after watching like, because okay, so everything we put in movies become a reality at some point, right?
For sure.
So
most
like,
definitely.
because
'Cause
it's a
gonna
concept
inspire
that's drawn
somebody
up
to
by
make it
somebody.
real.
Right.
Like the concept is obviously out there in somebody else's mind as well, because we're a lot more alike than we think we are.
Right,
Yeah.
it's for
So,
sure.
Like, I honestly believe that they've just been trying to control the weather. Like,
For
I
sure.
low key feel like
Yeah.
niggas is like trying to. We are okay.
Which would make
we
sense
are
if
always
we're having
chasing
climate control
Y'all
issues
know
and
this,
things
we
of
are
that
always
nature.
chasing God, bro. For some reason, as a human species, we are always trying to be God. We always
Right.
want to control
It's
everything.
like we saw
Well, if
Jurassic
you-
Park.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you control the climate, you control the food. If you control the food, you control the people.
Yeah.
If you
true.
control the climate in California, like they have droughts and shit, and they have like
Real ass
fires,
droughts.
and
Yeah, they should've
like,
left
and we
fires.
get most of our food from California.
Yeah.
Like
For
best
real?
believe,
Hell
yes.
yeah.
When you
Yeah.
look at all the
Yeah.
produce and all that
I
shit
know
comes from
that.
California. Like the land, like comes from like we grow tobacco and like pigs and shit out here.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
like
yeah.
the fruit and vegetables, they come from California.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So if
In Florida, maybe,
if there's
too.
no like, if it's not the weather that we're expected to get, like they could,
That's true.
they mess up the whole, and that's what's going on. A lot of people are going out of business. They're not
Yeah.
able to grow certain things like fucking almonds and shit. Like can't you know like some
Yeah.
like.
weird things that
That's why
have been
them shit
growing
so
for millions of
fucking
years. All of a
expensive.
sudden, you can't grow them no more.
Right.
Yeah.
So like,
Damn.
and then I also heard they're doing it to control your brain, like mind control, because I've heard that studies, like they've studied the groundwater, and they've tested like before the water didn't have aluminum in it, and now it has like high levels of aluminum, and they say like aluminum in a powdered form causes autism and dementia, like brain damage. Like it
Yeah.
causes like you to
small bits over long periods of time.
yeah, and like autism, like children having autism is at a higher rate than
Yeah,
it's ever been, and
spiking.
people
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
know why are these children like having issues. It's because we're going outside, letting them breathe the air, and we don't know what's going on. We're letting kids go to the park, but then how safe are you? No one's really safe. Like
Yeah.
just imagine if they are spraying something that's making you dumb, like kind of like how they put fluoride in the water and shit, and just kind of
Yeah.
like make
Yeah.
you like you don't realize
More
like
healthy or whatever,
yeah,
yeah.
like it's weird, like but they're forcing us like you have
do
no
that.
choice to go outside.
Yeah.
So like it's fucked up because I really want to know like what am I breathing in
Yeah.
because you can't see it. It's all white. Like
Yeah, you can't see that shit at all.
yeah. So when the weather gets like this, or I don't know, who the fuck. I don't know if they can control earthquakes, but like this whole like
I feel like everything.
weather-
I feel like
They
everything is ran by
yeah.
somebody, right?
I've heard
Yeah.
a few years
Or
ago that
high
California is going to break off soon, like within the next.
they're,
couple
they
of
they keep
decades.
saying that
Saying
they're
that,
expecting
yeah.
a really big earthquake, but I also question like how do y'all even know
that is coming.
But how do you know? Like there's one guy that said that they dug a 10-mile hole in the ground, and they said there was layers. Yeah, and they said that each layer of the miles represented like earthquakes, and that like we're expected to have an earthquake each 100 years based off like the soil from like down, like it's been like soil on top of soil on top of soil. I'm just like, well, where did you dig this 10-mile hole? And how do you know that it's actually 100 years? Like we're expecting, like our technology is brand new. Like we've only been smart for 100 years. Like we've only had a computer.
You can't
for, like,
be that sure.
Yeah, like how do you know that?
You don't know if
like,
you haven't been testing shit.
No, you don't
yourself.
know that.
That just makes
that's
me go
a pattern.
and think about just like top secret shit that the government has just
For
been hiding
sure.
from us. Like y'all got way more advanced
They
technology
know. That's
than
what
we
I'm
could ever
saying.
imagine.
For sure.
Like,
Have y'all seen a thing where they talking about storming Area 51? And it's a thing on Facebook.
Chill out.
Like they're gonna go?
Like everybody's gonna storm
like
it.
rush it.
They're gonna get-
honestly, they would never. Even,
Right, they won't make it.
10,000.
They won't make it.
When I saw it,
10,000 people won't make it.
Not
they're
gonna
not.
make it.
They're not gonna
Oh,
make it.
man.
They will mow y'all down and act like y'all never
Right.
showed
Like
up.
y'all
Right.
never.
But
And
that-
They're
dig
gonna
your
take
body.
like the first 100. First
Right.
100, 200.
Right, and they
you
turn
niggas
around.
And niggas gonna
Oh
go,
shit, they dying.
Like,
No, because they're gonna be like, we got all these test dummies now. Break them all in.
Right, yeah, right, exactly.
Capture them all. We
Right.
have human
Shoot them in the
experiments.
booty.
Yeah.
Grab them, put them on your back.
Yeah, play with them folks
Where'd
if
he
you want
go?
to. You will not come back. Right.
Come back a month later, my butt.
But
hurt.
the last time I saw it on Twitter, it was at like 10,000.7 people
saying they're gonna do it.
going.
That's
It was
crazy.
like 19,000 people interested. I'm like,
crazy.
people are crazy, bro.
Yeah, really
People
crazy.
are
Hold on, wait.
crazy.
Please tell me the day they're doing this.
I'm gonna try to
Right,
find it. I'm gonna look it
Instagram
up.
Live.
That is
Yeah.
one thing. That is one place I would love to go before I
to
die.
see
Like I know if I go in there, I probably can never come back. But
Ooh,
I wanna know.
Joe Rogan just interviewed a dude that worked at Area
Oh
51.
yeah, I heard about
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
I heard about that.
Fire.
Yes.
I saw,
Yes.
I didn't see the whole thing. I
Yeah.
saw like two
Some
15-minute
clips. Right,
clips.
me
how
too.
much information did he give up though?
Bro, he was dropping
He was
gems.
drunk. Yeah, he
watch
really
that.
was.
He
yeah.
was.
He's
this
like, yeah, I seen
Are
a flying
aliens
saucer. I
real?
touched that shit. And
Yeah,
then,
I know aliens are real.
Oh,
He-
yeah.
Gotta be, man.
He's
are
there's
not
no way
alone.
it's not. He's walking through like
We're
the way he's
aliens, bro.
describing it. Nobody can say this. He was like, I got to work, and I'm like, everybody's acting like really weird, and I'm like, yo, what the hell's going on? Like, Bill, you all right? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then I walk into a room, everybody's like, everybody's quiet. He's like, what the fuck, nigga? Like, we never do this. Like, I'm like, okay, this is a real story, bro. You know what I mean? Like, you just go to work, and all of a sudden it's top secret day.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
You
yeah,
like,
yeah.
Right.
the fuck? When was y'all gonna tell me we was in this business? You know what I'm saying?
right.
Because I think he came in on some regular.
Right. That's
He
what
came-
happens.
Yeah, he came
Get
in on like a regular
contracted.
thing, and then
They
you
test
just
you.
realize where you really doing.
Right.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
how
yeah.
most companies are.
Yeah,
you don't
yeah.
realize what the actual
your-
intention or what
of
the
your- of your work is.
Yeah. Do you
Yeah.
know that you're probably ruining the world right now? But,
Yeah,
but
that's a
because they
fact.
market very well, and you
You're
know
right,
you're
though.
just oblivious to your paycheck. Like
Sell this,
yeah,
be customer service for this, fix these problems, but really we're using all of this money to fund like an atom bomb to drop somewhere.
Yes,
You know what I'm saying?
You
Something
have
crazy.
no idea what the intentions of
that's
these
true.
companies are. So
Yeah.
That's true though.
Yeah, shit. I mean, even Hollywood does that now. I think Wonder Woman. She's the chick who plays Wonder Woman. She
Yeah.
said that she was just, auditioning and for this role, and they didn't tell her what it was, and she just read lines, and all of a sudden she got
Yeah.
a call saying, "Yeah, by the way, you're playing Wonder Woman."
right,
She was,
exactly.
Oh, shit.
Damn.
Yeah,
So yeah, a lot of actors get that. Yeah.
Yeah.
that's crazy.
If it's a big movie,
I understand like the big ones. The
they keep it under wraps until you
'cause
get the
have
job.
have you out there talking like having like the Game of Thrones people, like they couldn't tell anybody forever what they
Right.
could do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But speaking of those like shows that is taking over the internet right now, Stranger Things.
Yes.
Yeah.
sir.
Okay, listen. Everybody stop real quick. Everybody stop real quick.
Don't say shit.
Cherry, I saw her on Instagram crying over this show.
Word.
Real tears.
Why were you crying?
I was
That shit
like,
get
Joy.
real.
Love.
It got real.
I'm
Like, and they-
invested. I love Stranger Things. Like that's
Yeah.
like
I didn't know
that's
people
probably
loved
my
it that
favorite-
much, though.
That's
That's
dope,
probably
yo.
my favorite show on Netflix. Like the first season that came out,
Definitely my top
I've
five.
literally watched first and
Up
second
there?
season
It's my
more
top
than
five.
30 times.
Really?
Like in
I've only
in
seen,
all
like, the first-
episodes.
the
Like
second one lost me.
like
Like
I'll-
Netflix originals, top 5.
yeah, like that's
Damn.
my favorite one. Like I'm super invested. So shit got
Stranger Things
really
3.
fucking strange.
Are you
watch
following
I
one?
watched the whole
You're
thing already.
watching. You're following
I
a group
did
of people. right?
Yeah, it's a group of kids.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
They're like
getting older.
9, 10, 11 years old.
But I didn't realize. I seen everybody talking about it, and I've never seen it, but I've seen everybody talking. I didn't realize like people's passion for it until I saw your video, and I was
Yo, that
like, okay,
shit
I know
and,
she's not.
And it was
overreacting, 'cause I could
multiple
tell.
people that I seen on Instagram like, yo, Stranger Things got me fucked up right now.
Damn.
My homegirl was like, bitch,
You
you gonna
watched
be
the whole
crying.
thing?
I watched the whole thing already, 2 days.
Yeah.
Are they
I
hour
did.
long
8
episodes?
Yeah,
hour long.
episodes.
So
It's
it's
I
not
gotta
that
rewatch
bad,
it from the start and then.
I watched, the other, for the past, I guess, week or so, I've been watching like the all second season. And then the day before, I watched the last 2 episodes again.
Stranger Things is not the. You're following a group of kids in this. What's the show that every single episode is different? Which one is that?
Black Mirror.
Black Mirror.
That's
Yeah,
my
I'm on
shit.
Black Mirror.
That's my shit.
season,
Black Mirror, yeah.
I think I'm on season 3
only
now,
seen
and
a
it's
couple
getting really
episodes.
fucking. I've literally been jaw
Shit's
dropped.
crazy.
I literally like the last episode I seen. I turned the fucking TV off and went to sleep because it was too fucking much. Like
Oh,
I literally like the
Stranger-
last
on
15
Black
minutes of
Mirror?
the episode was like,
Yeah.
You
and
talking
I
about
was like, I
Black
can't.
Mirror?
Yeah, and I was like, I can't do this. I was like, I can't watch it.
Y'all
next
seen the one with the black guys doing virtual?
Yeah, I
Yep.
haven't seen that one yet.
Yep.
That's why I'm
Yeah.
watching.
I was
Yeah.
like, this
I
is
seen that.
exactly what I'm talking about. The simulation theory.
crazy.
I was like, but
Is that a new episode?
They were
yeah.
like fucking
Yeah.
in
Don't,
they have a new Black
don't tell
Mirror?
them what's going on.
Oh, you saw it?
Do you watch it?
I don't, but they do.
Yeah.
It's some crazy
If you
shit.
if you haven't seen it though, right?
No, I haven't seen all of Black Mirror, but I
Seen,
watched
like,
the
a few
recent
of them.
season
Right.
because they had the dude who
Gotcha.
plays Falcon in it.
Right.
This season is
Oh,
wild.
for real?
Crazy shit.
Yeah, from
He's
the Avengers.
wilding.
Yeah.
He's
Crazy shit.
For real?
Yeah,
Oh, damn,
that's the
ill.
specific episode we're talking about where he and
Just
his
know there
friend
was a
they play
polar bear
video
called.
games and they play like a virtual reality video game, and it gets so real and so intense, and then it just takes a left turn.
Yeah,
I had
for
no
sure.
idea where I was going. I think it was my
for
favorite.
sure.
out of the
I
three.
didn't even know neither. I was like, I'm sure this guy's cheating on his wife with a girl.
Yeah.
But then when that shit happened, I was like,
When it took
what
like
the
a left
fuck?
turn,
What the fuck?
it was
Yeah.
it was so like it really made you think though, because it's so real, like it's so real when someone is an avatar of
Let's
the-
talk about it.
Damn, I'm about
You
to
know,
I'm gonna tell y'all exactly what
turn
happened.
that episode.
Y'all,
When somebody's an
no,
avatar
for
of
real.
opposite sex.
So this is what happened.
Okay,
So
yeah. Just so we can
these
be-
two
yeah.
black men, they grow up in college and they play like kind of like a Street Fighters or Mortal Kombat game.
Okay.
Something
in
Vipers.
college. 2-person fighting game, right?
Yeah.
So fast forward 30 years later, one guy has a wife and kids, and then it's his birthday, and his college friend comes to visit him on his birthday and gives him the same game, but it's a VR version, so it's 30 years
Yeah.
Advanced.
later.
Updated,
So
yeah.
From their
so
favorite game.
they at nighttime they go home, they play the game. So when you play the game, it actually you feel like this Asian guy with muscles that has power and that can beat you. You can flip around and do shit.
He
And
puts you in a
the
daze
other guy,
almost.
he's a white girl like a fighter.
Oh, yeah,
So they're
yeah,
the
yeah.
first episode like they're fighting each other and they could feel the punches and
Oh,
like
shit.
it feels realistic.
Yeah.
Okay, the next day, as soon as they start fighting, they actually start having sex.
Yeah. Yeah. It takes
And
a
they're
left
still,
turn.
still the avatars are still a man.
They're still
woman.
there.
Yes.
Yeah,
So
they're
one
still
guy is an Asian guy. Like, so these are two black men, but they're in their
In their
own
own
world where
world,
they
yeah.
actually feel like a whole different person.
They put it on like this, like they put these dots, these like sticky dots on their
Right, just
head.
like the other episode.
Yeah,
They
like-
put the
like-
thing on
I
their
on
saw
their
it.
and they
temple.
go
I've
like
seen
this.
that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so-
then they just go into a daze, and then they're just in that world.
Right. So it's
What?
literally what my theory of what we are in right now. Like I keep
Yeah,
telling people
right.
I think we're
Like
in
the
a
Matrix.
simulation. Yeah, like we're in
yeah.
a fucking video game, like a high advanced video game.
Right.
And they're teasing us. I'm like, this shit is fucking don't you realize this shit is fucking with us? And it's a good ass episode.
Yeah.
Because cause just imagine if you were a guy and you like watching porn, wouldn't you want to actually have like the real experience? Like,
Yeah.
just imagine I could, instead of me going to watch porn, like I can like go in
that's
there.
right
and
around
then
the
I
corner.
can-
Go in
that's
there
right
and do
around
my
the corner.
thing.
People want to know how to feel like a girl or a boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some people really want to know. I wish I knew what a penis
Damn.
felt like.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I want to know what it feel like
Yeah.
for y'all to
Yeah.
bust a nut and shit. Like,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
then men probably like, how does it feel for?
A
And then they
vagina.
talk
What is
about
it?
Because
that.
we talk
Yeah.
about, I've had those conversations where it's like girls are like they enjoying that shit way more than us.
Right,
You
and
know,
they
like,
talk about
we've
that.
had those
Yeah,
conversations
yeah,
with people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The guy so was like, "How was it?" He was like, because he was talking to him as a girl, and he was like, "Oh, it's just a different feeling, you know." Like, it's just,
Damn.
you know. And then what happened was, in reality, the guy that's married, his wife, felt like something was going on, but she couldn't figure out if he was
because it wasn't
cheating.
no other girl. It
Right.
was a
So he
video
was
game
like, "Why are you so
simulation.
disconnected?" And then like,
Whoa.
so they had to stop playing video games because they like confronting each other. They're like, are we gay?
Every time
you know,
every time they would play it, they would end up having sex. So that's why they were like, hey, what the fuck are we going? Are we gay or
Right.
Or you know, it raised a lot of questions about sexuality.
Right.
So
it
that's
did.
why I like it.
So then what they
That
did
sounds like a mind fuck for real.
in reality, they get together. They try to kiss each other to see
Yeah,
if
it's like,
they
okay,
like
are
each
we
other.
in love with each other?
Right. And then they start fighting.
Reality.
Like, fuck this
Reality.
nigga. Right.
Reality.
Black man kissing each other like, nah, nigga, get the fuck off me. Like, no, we ain't gay. We good.
That is funny.
Right.
yo.
And then like,
Who's writing these great scripts?
right. I'm like, this shit's great.
So complicated.
Yes.
It's so real but complicated at the same time.
Yes.
Cause she was, cause I was just like, cause she is the chick. I think she's the Asian chick that's in Guardians of the Galaxy. She plays the one with the antennas.
Yeah.
She's the Avatar.
Yeah,
so it's like
they
okay.
use the same
two Asian
characters
people.
in the same. They recycle
Yeah.
people and make them different characters.
Yeah,
But
so they have like an attractive like Asian woman and an attractive Asian guy, and you're playing them, but it's so crazy because when they started kissing, I was like, wait, what?
right, like, because I was thinking, I was like, if this is really gonna happen, they should. have.
like you felt like
And
it was about
then
to happen,
I was
and then it
like,
actually
oh
happened.
shit, this is intense.
Yeah,
and
these
then they
niggas
go
are
back
fully
into
committed.
reality, like, fuck, I just fucked my friend.
Yeah,
and,
like, what the fuck?
video, and then like, so they stopped.
So they didn't have control over that part. They
No.
just forced them to do it the first time.
no, they had
they were not
control.
forced to
They
do
do
it.
whatever they want in the video
Right.
game.
Yeah.
But they were like attracted to each other based on their like
Avatar.
Oh,
Right.
Just like that.
Right.
But,
They
that's
start.
but that's still their mind. They know what they're doing.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's
Yes.
like every time they go on the game, they end up doing that.
Right.
But they know that they're doing it, but they still get on the game to do it again with each other every time.
Because they said the sex feels like electric more than it does in real life. That's
Right.
what it was saying.
Oh man. No.
So they stopped.
That's
They stopped
crazy.
doing it, and then one of the guys, he said he'd go back into that virtual reality game and fuck everything, but it's not the same. So he goes and tells the black guy, he's like, "I miss you."
It's not the same with every, like, he was like,
He's like, I fucked a polar bear.
Yeah. He was like, I fucked a polar bear, man. It wasn't
right, and it was the same, bro.
everything for real.
I fucked the same character but it wasn't you.
Yeah.
because he's like, I even fucked a
Yeah.
guy that was your character, but it still didn't feel the same.
So that's why it was raising the question. It's like, do they have something for each other? Even
Right.
if it's not love, they have something
For
that
each other,
is
right.
there.
God
Yeah.
damn. That is a
It's cool.
It's crazy, bro.
fucking episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Holy shit.
definitely. I had to just talk about it. I was like, y'all gotta talk
The
about
Miley
it.
one
Yeah,
was all right.
I'm probably gonna watch
Yeah.
that even after I've heard the whole thing. I'm still
Yeah,
gonna watch
Yeah,
it.
it's
it's
good
good
to watch.
to
It's
watch,
worth
yeah.
watching it. It's really good. So
Let
that was
me
the only
see.
one I like. I don't know about the other ones. So
Yeah, the Miley one was the one with Miley Cyrus. It was all right.
Oh, she was acting in one?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like it was the
Okay.
third
It
episode,
was-
I believe. Yeah, it was all right.
it was all right.
Yeah.
Let's do
I was disappointed there was only 3.
Oh yeah, there was.
I was like, what the fuck is
me
this?
too. Yeah.
3 episodes.
This was my
Y'all
introduction to
lazy.
Black Mirror. by
Just
the
for
way.
Black Mirror, like this season only has
Last-
3
last season?
episodes.
I hate shows that do that shit.
Yeah.
They be so fire. I be like, yeah, I
Right.
get it. I
Right.
get what you're doing. Putting the quality
But
on
look,
one thing, but
right.
might not-
give me a little more.
Right.
than
Give
It
me
that.
at
might
least
take them a
5.
lot to put those together, though.
It does. I can
does.
imagine.
No, it does.
You know what
it
I mean?
definitely does.
'Cause
but
that's 3
Give me a few
movies,
more.
yeah.
If I gotta wait another 5 months to
Right.
get another 3.
How
Right.
long are
Give
these
me that.
episodes?
Like an
An
hour.
hour?
An hour?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so every 5 months they drop 3.
No,
I don't know what they do every-
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You're just throwing a number out. Okay.
These ones
However
in
long it took
particular.
more to get the other few out.
That'll be fire.
The last
that.
ones weren't 3. They were like 5 or 6 or 7. Like they
Yeah.
had a whole like a
whole season.
whatever.
Yeah.
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 So
So just 3.
That's how I felt
episodes.
about the Get Down because I like the Get Down too.
Yeah.
God, I
That
did
was-
not like to get down from the
What?
beginning.
Oh, you didn't?
I
How come?
did not. I was
with
like,
Jaden Smith.
I was like, this theatrical ass shit.
Right.
They
Right.
advertised this completely
Right.
different, bro.
Right.
I thought I was about to get the.
Right.
I thought I was
Right.
about to
gonna
get
some
the story.
Grand
You know
Fact-
what I'm
Grand-
saying?
yeah.
I knew it wasn't that show though. I knew it wasn't that, so I knew what I was stepping into.
I
It
did not
wasn't-
know.
yeah,
They
yeah,
marketed
no, no.
that shit like we were about to get the story
Nah, I
of
like
some
that
shit. Yeah, like.
Yeah, but also keep in mind too, it was from the director of like The Great Gatsby, Moulin Rouge, and
See, if I'd have known
Romeo
that,
and Juliet.
I would've went into
and
a
that's kind of
completely
his style. He
different-
he's
Gotcha.
like very
That makes sense.
quick.
That's 100%
and makes,
his style.
dance
Yeah.
numbers and
Gotcha.
stuff. Yeah.
That's 100% his style.
I
I
love
couldn't
that
believe,
show.
bro. Do y'all remember that one? This scene that sticks out to me is the reason I don't watch it anymore. When they had just got defeated or jumped, something happened, and they were all laying against them rocks up in the city, and then the nigga popped up at the top.
Yeah, the
and was
DJ.
doing all that shit going down.
And then he
the
slid
hill.
down.
And
The
then
way
he slid
he
down,
slid
it
down.
was like.
So I know that.
I was
you know,
like,
you just don't
That
know.
shit's fire, and that is why that
I
should be
like
more.
that.
And that's
No,
why
no.
that nigga Spider-Man.
Oh, yeah, he was Spider-Man.
Fantastic. is what
Hell
it's
yeah,
called.
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah.
I could
That was
not.
the nigga you can't stand.
Bro, they were
Yeah.
all he just did it
All of
every
them.
time.
I
Every time it was funny. It was funny, but I was just like, I can't take.
I was like, damn, he's sliding down that rock, slick as shit.
He did so much to get to that, and then they were all looking the same way. I was like, "Is this nigga serious right now? What is he doing right now?"
I enjoyed that shit. That
part
was
That was
actually
dope to me.
That shit was fly. Have y'all seen Into the Spider-Verse?
Yeah.
Yeah, that show's fun.
I'm about an hour into it. It's on Netflix now.
I've already watched it 4 times.
It really is great. It really is
good.
great. I'm gonna watch that
Bruh.
tonight before I go to bed.
That's the same. That's the dude that plays Spider-Man.
Yeah, the guy that was
Shallow
sliding down the rocks.
Fantastic.
That
He
he
voices
does the
Miles.
voice.
Oh, word.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I'm learning that shit today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I started watching Netflix because I feel like a lot of their stuff has triggers and like all these like.
Oh, 100%.
I'm just
They
like,
will
I
drop
be like,
a bomb
what
on
the fuck is
somebody.
this shit? I be like, y'all need a warning sign to like
Before I
let me
have to
know
read-
like. If you got in a car accident and you saw this when you were growing up, you probably don't want to watch this fucking video because
Yeah.
we're gonna reenact this shit and it made fucking. Because I was sitting there watching something with my girl and she had went through something like her
Yeah.
family like got in a car accident like and then like. Not like just a car accident. Like I think someone got hit by a car. Like and then like in the movie, somebody was just talking there, and then they got hit. And it was just like they were just like twitching and blood coming out and shit. It's all realistic, and I'm just like, y'all need to give me a warning. Like we can't watch Netflix with my girlfriend. I can't Netflix and chill. Like I need.
I gotta watch everything before I run.
Right, exactly.
So you can't even go into fresh movies and shit.
Nah, like they talk about like suicide and shit. Like
Yeah, that's why I didn't watch 13
like,
Reasons Why.
Yeah,
I didn't watch that.
but it's too raw. I understand to have the conversation, but like that shit was
But
like
to actually show a girl slitting her wrist is like that's just
right.
too much.
No, it's too much.
And
like,
I didn't watch
They
the
didn't show
Central
that
Park
in that show. They showed
5.
that in that show?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Central Park.
That show was
all
crazy.
different types of shit. Like they have a lot of fucking
that
like
Central Park 5
raw.
shit,
Like
I
I
watched that
get it.
shit
Like
either.
you want to
The
show
artistry
like
or
realistic
whatever.
things,
Yeah,
but give me a warning. Like
Is
trigger
that-
warning. Like
Is the Central Park 5 the joint with Zendaya? Because my sister
No, that's
said
Euphoria. That
my sister
shit,
said that
Euphoria.
shit's crazy too.
Wait, which
Euphoria
part?
is on
Man.
HBO.
Euphoria on
is
HBO
so
with
I'm into that
Zendaya.
show.
What is
so
that?
fucking good. So it's basically
Yeah, I
she
don't
basically
know.
plays
She
a
knows.
junkie. She's high school and she's
Yeah.
fucking addicted to pills and
Oh,
all
really?
other types of shit. And it's basically, bro, that shit is real as fuck.
Yeah.
That is another one I had to turn the fucking TV off. I'm like, I got to go to sleep.
Right.
I didn't even watch the second episode
Yeah.
yet because I'm like, damn.
Right.
The first one was so fucking intense.
Every
like,
time an episode comes out, like my sister be like, "Did you see Euphoria?" She's like, "This shit is crazy."
Me and your
Like,
sister
shit
talked
is-
about it on
people can't
Right.
believe what they're seeing on
Right.
Netflix.
Right.
I was,
It's so crazy.
I was wild in high
Yeah.
school. Like I used to party with rock stars. We used to goddamn get it in.
Right.
Yeah.
That bitch is on a whole nother level.
Right.
Like I was
Damn.
like,
But her
God.
friends as well. Because, see, the whole show is
Have you
sort
seen
of
it?
like, oh, yeah.
You saw it?
Yeah,
Okay,
I saw
okay.
all 3 of them so far. Like, after I saw the first one, I was just like, this shit is raw. Because it's a raw look. It's supposed to be a raw look on what teenage life is in the 21st century with the peer pressures
Super
of
real, definitely.
the internet and social media.
My sister called my little sister immediately like, "Is that shit real? Tell me that's not happening right now."
Yeah.
Like, she was like, "I mean, there's some truth to that."
Like when
Yeah,
she said, something like, back in the day, like it was holding hands and all that stuff. But
Facts.
but
That was
today,
the
I mean,
deal.
like
True.
Today, you gotta
sending
pop a
naked
perk.
pics is the equivalent
nude.
of holding hands today. That's what she was saying. So I was just like, holy shit.
Damn, you know what? But that makes sense though. Like that's really where the time is at. But you just can't believe high schoolers are being exposed to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
'Cause for us, literally holding hands was a big deal. Making out with tongue, at one point that was a big deal. Like
Right.
now it's the drugs you can take, how many bodies you can fuck. You know, it's,
See, I mean, and I think my generation, they were wild too. Like some of my friends,
it
like,
wasn't as
But
normalized.
it wasn't as
But they-
blatant.
they
It
just
wasn't as
didn't-
out
It's
there.
their
I think
desensitized.
technology. Yeah, I think the technology is what is sort of has
Yes.
amplified everything.
sure.
Yeah.
You know?
I'll never forget one of the craziest thing. I remember, like, you know, every so often on the internet, you like just get to clicking at some shit,
Yep.
and then you hit a point, you're like, whoa. This is happening. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Every so often you have those every couple months, and you're just like, okay, this is a little dark for me.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Man, I'll never forget the time that I realized on Tumblr it was a hashtag for pretty girls smoking meth.
Oh.
And when I say this feed was lit, we're talking millions of views,
Wow.
bro.
Yeah.
Girls that look like they're pretty girls,
Right.
Yeah.
but they're literally just smoking meth. Like this is a thing. 500,000 followers, 1 million followers. They on camera smoking meth, and I'm like, what the fuck, bro? Like,
One-
that's such a different level than weed,
how
bro.
it is.
Like, you know
That's
what I'm
she
saying?
said, like, it's just the
couldn't believe it.
desensitization, like desensitization. Well, I can't say that, but they're right now. I can't say that shit
Desensitization.
at all.
Yeah.
I don't think that's right. That's
I
what
don't think
said
it is
first.
either, but
it's- it
y'all,
anyway,
y'all know
I
what we talking
understand,
about.
but- that's what I needed.
I know some of these words.
There's
but-
I know
But
some
nah,
of these
because they're
things.
desensitized, right? So
Yeah.
that is the case. Like everything we see shit now. Okay, so this is what I'm saying. Like, we're also desensitized to shit. Like, I had to have a conversation with myself one day. I remember I had a day not too long ago, probably about last year sometime.
Yeah.
Where I literally had a day free to myself, and I was like, man, I am so desensitized from shit. I don't find beauty in the world easy anymore. I was like, let me have a day where I can just drive around and look at shit and see if I found wonder in the world. Literally, I had a day like that.
Yeah.
I drove around. I was looking at trees. I was like, man, nothing's wonderful to me right now. And I was like, why the fuck does none of this shit look great to me? Because we're so desensitized about other shit.
Exactly.
Like,
And
nothing
distracted,
is,
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Social media. Exactly.
get distracted by
It
all
is.
the bullshit, and we're just we know all about the bullshit at all times.
That's a fact.
Exactly.
And so when we see shit, we're not amazed.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So they are seeing shit at a younger age than we are, and they're
I
doing
can
all sorts of
imagine.
wild shit.
Yeah,
Because they're just already so desensitized to shit.
Yeah.
In the,
It's like,
in
whatever.
the first episode, it was really great because it showed this scene where this black dude was having sex with this white girl, and the way he was having sex with her in Missionary, he started choking her,
Yeah.
and she was like, "Ah, what are you doing? What are you doing?" And then the frame pauses,
Yeah.
and Zendaya, she's the narrator, and she says, "Okay,
Fly.
yeah, oh what?
No, sorry.
I thought you said fly. I thought you said fly.
Yeah, my fault. I was thinking of how the show is like being
Nice.
put together.
Yeah, so she narrates the whole show.
Okay.
But yeah, while they were having sex, it pauses and she says, "Don't worry, this is not going to end in a rape." But you have to remember that he thinks this is what normal sex is because
Exactly.
imagine like
Crazy,
this is
yeah.
what porn shows you, and they
Right.
start showing all these porn images of women getting choked and slapped and stuff like that. So it normalizes it, and that's the way you think sex is. Okay, so I choke
Right.
her, and
And he
yeah.
saw, and remember, his friends were like showing him the videos of her too, because she
Oh,
was
yeah.
supposed to be in, like
The
a little
school
thigh or
hall.
whatever.
Yeah.
But he actually liked her.
yeah.
The black dude liked her.
Right.
Always fall.
But so yeah,
One
so
always
that's just the
falls
way
victim.
he was having sex. Yeah.
One always
And then,
falls
and then
victim
in that
to the
same
whole-
episode, she ended up. He was just like, I thought you liked it. She was
Everybody in the
just
team
like,
that had over there.
she basically was just like, ask me before you do it.
Yeah.
And then they proceeded.
was okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
So yeah, so it's a really good show, but it's really showing you just the peer pressures of social media and all that stuff.
Shit.
It's just
How-
it's definitely
I'm about
relatable
to
for
watch that
sure.
now.
Like I definitely had friends in high
it's crazy.
school
It made me
that
glad.
were like on drugs heavy.
Yeah.
They were in I know people that were in rehab like young.
Yeah.
And I still be meeting kids like I know a 20-year-old has already been in rehab, and I'd be like, damn,
Oh yeah.
That's some real shit. though.
16-year-old addicted to alcohol already.
And that's another
Yeah.
thing that like
deep.
I remember people were I seen this tweet go around recently, but like feel like since we were 25, you see people like people really be alcoholics. Like I feel like once I turned 25, I started seeing people realizing
Alcoholics.
I'm surrounded by alcoholics. Like these niggas drink from start to finish.
Yeah.
And then I just saw a tweet 2-3 weeks ago. Shit. And that shit was. And they were like, I didn't realize how many people did coke.
Oh yeah.
Like, and now it's like I feel like
Coke
in the
is like
30s
weed.
is like when
Right.
you realize
Yeah,
niggas
low-key.
doing coke all the
I
time.
think I started
Yeah.
really noticing like the coke craze in probably like 2016, like
Yeah,
which I got
yeah.
me whatever you do, that's you boot up. I don't
Yeah,
care,
yeah,
like
yeah. It don't-
you know what I'm
yeah.
saying. But I just
I ain't
remember
doing
having
it.
a house party,
Yeah,
and I just
right
invited
now.
hella people. It was probably like 50 people there, and I'm just walking through, and I'm just like,
Oh, so we just doing coke
No.
today?
y'all just booting up, like
Right.
I know some bro. That's regular. They do coke like I smoke weed.
Yeah, that's
bro.
not even like
Yeah.
that's not even like the way that's consumed. That's I don't even know if like you consider it a hard drug. It is a hard drug, but it's like
Oh,
the
yeah,
way it's
definitely a hard drug
consumed.
because the high is
No, it's
short.
definitely a hard drug. But the way
Yeah.
that it's consumed, it's just like it's
No,
consumed
no,
like
no.
weed, like you're saying. Like
Yeah.
Right.
it's just
Yeah.
consumed a lot.
Yeah.
Crazy, man.
Yeah, I mean it is what it is. People do it, yeah. But I'm always I'm never gonna judge you, nigga. Like
Yeah.
that's just how I
Yeah,
am.
you just eat
I'm gonna
your
judge you,
own,
man.
baby.
Do
Yeah.
your thing.
Yes.
I got my
You know what I'm
weed.
saying?
You want this now?
Just
Right.
when we
Right.
parlaying, we chilling. If that's what you want to do, just understand I'm not with you on
As
that.
long as long as it's not
Pass the
harming
blunt,
you.
whatever.
I guess.
I really can't be
But-
around it. Like I have addictive genes in my family.
Right.
Like I can't be
you-
around
you
shit
gotta
like that.
leave.
Like,
Exactly.
because I might fuck around and get bored and be like,
I'm the
Yeah,
opposite, yo.
for sure.
Nigga,
You
let me
know?
see that real quick.
you know what I'm saying?
I'm
But
the opposite. I'm the nigga that's afraid of addiction. So I just stick with shit I know I'm good with. I know I'm good with, but
Yeah.
I'm saying, like-
stay with the stuff that you know you can
Yeah.
control.
yeah, I'm good.
Let's see. So let's transition over into music because we got non-music actually related, but a music artist, A$AP Rocky, has been in jail in Sweden for like 2 weeks or some shit like
yeah,
that.
they're
Fighting a
saying
fan,
he
right?
I
can't.
was
He has to
just
stay
in
for 2
Sweden,
weeks with no
bro.
contact.
Why you fighting this
Humble
week?
flex.
Apparently, like a dude was like
Drugs
groping a
on.
girl, and then they got into like an altercation, and he was like defending himself or something.
Okay, so yeah, that's the initial thing. So there's a video surface online. They dragging
dragging
this
that
nigga.
dude.
Wow.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Wow. Yeah, giving them that work.
And then
Right.
jumping
A
them.
couple days later, once the video go viral, obviously police come and grab him. Now they've held him for like a week at this point. They're trying to hold him for 2 more weeks.
Okay.
But so at first, initial story breaks, fight footage, fight story. outrage like free ASAP Rocky. Now there's another narrative now where who cares that he's in jail? His whole squad is rapists. Have you seen that?
I have not seen that narrative.
So, he's rolled with people who have had rape allegations and things of that nature.
Like that boy.
Yes. Connor.
Yeah.
Something.
Connor.
Yeah.
Oh, Ian Connor.
Ian Connor.
For sure.
I feel like one of the other members of the V brand, V Long. I don't even know what the brand is called, but
Right.
I feel like one other member of them, like the head dude, he might have had something. I'm not 100% sure, but more than one person in ASAP Rocky's mob has had some sort of like allegation. So that now there's like a conversation of, keep that nigga, like, he rolling with other niggas that are doing harmful things to women. Like, just because you defended one woman doesn't mean that you're better than you. We should be championing you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I feel like that was an interesting point, and it is a real point too, because it's like, I don't know. You want somebody to be free. You don't want somebody's freedom to be taken care of, taken away. But at the same time, when those things were happening, it is kind of your job to either publicly, I don't know, maybe how much of that is your job as to publicly come out and be like, I understand this is what my friend did, and I do not agree with that. You know what I mean? Like,
so are these set in stone facts that their friends did that?
Yeah, I don't know how many when it comes to like legal court cases have been pressed against them, but I feel like at least one major one, not major, but one that was all facts.
Yeah,
he is getting charges pressed against him for inappropriately touching a woman.
Yeah, that's not cool.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh, it wasn't the other dude. I thought it was the other dude.
It's been 1 to 2 people in his crew.
Oh, okay.
In the mob. Yeah, it's been 1 to 2 people at least. You know what I mean? And so it's all.
It has nothing to do with why he's in jail.
Has nothing to do with why he's in jail though. But
But it's like but you're saying like people are saying just because
how do y'all
this
feel?
one
Like,
woman,
do y'all feel like at some when that was happening, like he should have, as like his responsibility, even if it is my friend, get caught up in something, to come out and be like
and say something?
Because
about
I
it?
wasn't even thinking like, what does A$AP Rocky think about that?
Right.
But now that people want to know how he feels about it again, I think it's kind of weird just because. That wasn't asked then.
True.
You know what I mean?
Right.
I think that a lot more men should hold their friend more accountable for shit like that.
Sure.
Yeah.
I know a lot of girls that have been, you know what I'm saying, assaulted.
Yeah.
And I know, and the niggas that have done it are still out here. Niggas are still fucking with them, like. And I know for a fact it hasn't been brought. Like, I know some niggas have been like, I know very few do I know that have actually said something, and you know what I'm saying, like, bro, I know you did this. I'm not fucking with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so rare. It's so rare. It's such a rare thing. Like, I see women talk about this shit all the time. Like, bro, I know for a fact your best friend raped my homegirl like 10 years ago.
That's just
you know what I'm saying? Like, and you still fucking with this nigga.
Bro.
Oh, they don't got shit to do with me. Type shit.
Yeah,
Type
that's
of nigga.
crazy.
And I'm like, bro,
that's
just look at the people you surround yourself with. So how can you want me to chill with you? And I think if I get fucked up and I'm in a vulnerable situation, I think you're my friend and you take advantage of me.
I can't have
I'm not
you
fucking
around
with
me.
you.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna fuck with you, no.
Because I'm not safe.
I'm not gonna fuck with niggas
presence.
that you associate because you accept that type of behavior. You look past that shit and oh well, we got this business venture, this, that, and the third. Like, nah, like let's you have the whole at this point you have to exactly.
Why is that like a thing where like? Because I mean that's some shit that's been going on forever. Like even in just regular male culture. Like why is it?
It's been a thing in America. It's America's culture to rape. It's been since day one. Like,
you're right.
Been
Yeah,
raping
it's
people
true.
since day one.
That's a big fact.
People been raping.
Can you say the word rape into the mic?
Right. No, it's true. That's America was brought off up on rape. Like a lot of people don't know where they're
slaves, all
from.
of that.
They don't
That's
know
a
their
fact.
ancestry because they're raped. Like their whole family.
They're
Like if it's super. It's like, for an example, when I like look at the R. Kelly situation.
Yes.
I really want to know what happened to him because what happened was like he has a story. He always talks about how he was molested and raped when he was a child.
Yeah.
So he said. So I found out that it was his sister that was raping him. So he was 9 years old and his sister was 15 years old, and he was so young, or probably 6 or something like that. He was so young that he didn't know that it was wrong, but he also had natural reaction to it. He had he liked it, but he didn't know.
Yeah.
He didn't know it was wrong.
And it's because like his sister did that. So what happened to his sister to make her learn that behavior? So someone else did something to her, and then his mother,
it just goes down.
Yeah, like his, and it was
right.
somebody in the family that did it.
Yeah.
So like your family is doing it to you.
Yeah.
Like, your
Generational
family
shit.
is
I
fucking
literally
you.
just asked that
That be
question.
happening.
Yeah.
Somebody. I just asked somebody that same question recently. I was like, yo, can I ask you a sensitive question?
Mhm.
They're like, what you about to ask me? I was like, have you ever been molested? Like,
Yeah.
I just
Right.
wanted to bring up and have the conversation.
Right.
I was like,
Yeah.
you're a pretty woman, and I
Mhm.
was like, I low key, I think this shit still happens to a lot of women.
No,
For sure.
A lot
Oh,
of
yeah.
children.
It happens
bro.
to
Yeah.
everybody though.
Yeah.
Like to
Yeah.
boys,
Yeah.
like
Boys
it's,
and everybody.
it's
Yeah.
and
But it's
Common just came out and just said that
Said
he was
something. Yeah, it happens to
and
everybody.
I would have never known.
That he was
like
what?
That he
the
molested.
Common was molested when he was a
yeah.
child.
Damn.
So I feel like whatever happened before, I feel like it was something that was either is it normal, like it's normalized in
Yeah.
our family. Like, if it's
Yeah.
normal in our family, then like when you go outside and you see other people and you go outside of your environment, like it's something that was normalized since you were a child.
Yeah.
And like these things came from like
So when-
slavery and shit.
Yeah,
like
that's a
people
whole
were
fact,
raped and
yup.
like you come over, I'm gonna fuck you and you're my
Yup.
cousin and
Yep.
Yeah, it don't
like some
fucking
crazy
matter,
ass shit. Like it's been like this for a long time. People are just now realizing like we have an issue. And then it's in our culture, like in our music and our videos and movies. It's like we normalize like treating people a certain way, and like
Yeah.
we need to fucking stop. Like,
Yeah, that's crazy,
Big
man.
facts.
so when people talk about R. Kelly, I want to know, like even Michael Jackson, like I want to
Yes,
know,
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
like no one will ever know what he really went through when he was a child. Like, I
Nobody,
feel like,
yeah.
of course, he lost his childhood and he didn't do anything,
And
but I
it's
feel like
crazy
something
how
happened
as an-
to him.
100%. And then it's crazy how his mind, as an adult, was a 10-year-old.
Exactly.
A 10-year-old
Like,
boy.
everybody
grew past,
is.
like, he
though.
never
That's just
grew
that's
past
that's,
that.
P- that's the
Yes.
PTSD.
He, like, never grew
Like,
past
he
that.
can't let go. It's
Yes.
just the PTSD. Like he's just something
And it stuck
traumatic
with you
happened to
in
him
that-
at that time where he just stuck into
At
that
that age,
yeah.
in that mental state. He
Yes.
can't get out of it.
Everybody's a child. We're just in
Yeah.
adult bodies, and
Yeah,
whatever
yeah,
we go
facts.
through as a child affects us as an adult, only
Adult.
because we're still holding on to whatever we went through. So,
Yeah.
like, we have to ask, like, what did that person go through? I really want to know what happened to Mike, because I don't think it was just him. I think his dad did some shit to him,
Yeah.
because I heard that his dad messed around with like LaToya or something, one of them
All the
girls,
girls
and-
and
yeah,
shit,
and that's
yeah.
why Ruby or something, like that's why she was never like in the house or anything like that,
Got you.
and like all this. Yeah, I really want to. Like, he never liked his dad. How could you hate someone and want to change your identity so bad? Like, because
To
you
get
look
away
like
from the
him.
look
Like,
like
just
him, yeah.
imagine
Oh,
if
yeah.
like that person that raped you looked like you, and you looked in the mirror and you saw that person
Person
every
every
day.
time.
Every time you
So
went
like,
out,
that's
yeah,
so just
you
like
know what
your
I'm saying?
dad.
That's why I'm just like,
Yeah.
why did he want to change himself so much? Why did he like
Yeah.
his father? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like,
Yeah.
like it's one thing for your dad to give you self discipline and whoop you and stuff like that. Every black person goes through that shit.
Yeah.
But like, it's one thing for you to like get nauseous when you see your dad.
Yeah.
You know, so like
that's
I want
wild.
to like I feel bad that the people are talking about him, but it has to be some truth behind like what happened.
Something,
But
yeah.
there has to be like what happened to him,
Him as
because
well,
like he obviously like a black man that's walking around with white skin and something's
Nothing
wrong
like
with
that,
him.
yeah.
Like we just think because he's a star and we gave him like the pass. At first we gave him a pass. It was Michael Jackson, and then
Yeah.
like people talk shit about him later,
it's-
but like
it's
something
definitely
was
up here.
wrong with him.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
you know,
That mental health shit is real.
yeah,
Yes,
it's
it
crazy.
is.
So
Yeah.
Damn.
deep topic.
We're going so hard today. We're going so hard. This is another one for the history books.
Let's talk about Lil Nas X.
Oh yeah, because we're
I've
still
been,
on
I've
this.
been I've been on this.
And then we got the
All
J.
week.
Cole, the
Yeah.
album that just dropped, Revenge of the Dreamers. After that, but you can go ahead and start with
So
Lil
Lil
Nas
Nas X came out the closet,
Yes.
and everybody has been in a fucking uproar because now they
saw that.
have completely turned Old Town Road into
Breaking down the lyrics.
homosexual-
Yeah.
They always do that.
That was
Actually,
the-
though.
they did it for
and
the
it's
Ghost
not
Show.
even that deep. Like he's
Right.
literally already said the song is just about horses. Like
Right.
it's not.
Yeah, they did that
it's
the
not-
first
Horses
one,
in the back.
Yeah.
Right.
So you know I'm
right.
an OG Twitter nigga. So
Yeah.
he was a Twitter troll for years.
For sure.
For years. His
Something
at
Beyonce.
name was Nas Mirage. But he was one of those
Yes.
ones that never posted
He
a
did.
picture of
Right.
himself
Right.
until like right before his account got like
Right.
suspended or something.
Right.
And it was a girl that had screenshotted it. And so he was out, he was open. He was out and open.
Right.
Like and this is he you know what I'm saying, he's been saying that like in his videos, visual shit that he posts, it's always been like rainbows, little subliminal. And like when
Yeah.
all that shit happened, he was like, I honestly thought everyone knew.
Right.
He was gay. Look at his Rap Genius interview.
Rap Genius. I don't think I.
Like
I
you,
didn't see
it's
it.
like it's little subtle things.
Oh wait, no,
His
no,
lips
I
be
did see
glossy
it. Yeah,
as
yeah,
hell.
I did see it.
No, he got
That
that.
is
No,
true.
he got that Ruby K lip gloss
Yeah, it's
from
true.
the
I
beauty
noticed
supply store. Like
Question though,
everything is.
do you feel like that they still need? Because how did he announce it?
I think he posted a
on
tweet out,
Twitter or
didn't
some
he?
shit like
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, he put a
Yeah,
tweet
it
out.
was like
yeah, it was like a
it
tweet.
was on Twitter. So basically,
Like
like
a
I
tweet
think it was like cover art or something for his video. It was like him on the horse,
Yeah.
and then it was like the skyline, and the skyline had a rainbow on
Right.
Got you.
And he was
Now-
like, I thought y'all knew.
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like,
'cause
y'all are late.
I just feel like, why don't they just pop up with their boyfriend or their nigga? You know what I'm saying?
might not
Like,
have one.
Why do they always have to like make it a major announcement? You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like you just pop up and you just.
I feel like him. It
Maybe
was a
he
great
didn't. I
marketing
don't think he
tactic
did.
because he did it on the
That's
last
what it
day of
I
Pride.
can't talk about it
Wow.
because I don't want to get in trouble.
Okay.
Oh, really?
Huh?
On what?
I said,
On
did
this
she got something
topic,
for you?
there's something I know, but I feel like.
Oh.
Why
yeah.
there's always an
I'll
announcement?
tell y'all later.
Okay.
That's fine.
All
That's
right,
fine.
all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
It's
fascinating.
about this thing, but yeah, like.
Okay. But yeah, that's
I've
one of the
seen some
questions.
shit.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
so,
Okay.
yeah.
That's always one of the questions I got
Yes.
though. But
Just to see
Yeah,
like
we'll,
why.
that
we'll
is
side
interesting.
note that. I want to
We'll
tell
side
y'all
note
about
it.
that. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I just feel
That's
like
a good thought though. Like
oh,
why don't you just like pull up with your
With
mate?
your
Pull up
partner.
with your
It's not
partner.
like, I
Yeah,
feel like
it's
you can.
why
I
not?
feel like at
I
the
think
same
you will.
time, like
I think
why
you
can't I
will.
just have that privacy and that
Oh, you
intimacy
know
to
whose mate it
myself?
is.
And he might not even be dating anyone currently right now.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
barking
like,
a lot.
so it's
Yeah.
just like
Yeah.
I just
No,
Hold on.
no, for real. Like, yeah.
he just got excited. They had an exchange, and he said, "Oh no, we're
Yeah.
gonna revisit that one."
Yeah. Sorry, continue.
But yeah, I just want people to stop trying to take the song and just let the kids be kids and like it. Like, there's no way. It's not. I don't feel like it's affecting
I have
them.
another end of that. I enjoy the gay remixes.
Yeah.
I just because I feel like they're just funny.
No, they're funny. He's laughing with
Yeah.
it too. So like
Yeah.
he's that's why I said he's a Twitter nigga. Like he
Right.
is the most active.
He said that. He said that
Person on
he
Twitter
actually.
right
I
now.
used to be the same people that used to just comment on people, and because he was like, "Are you getting backlash?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm getting backlash." He's like, "I used to be the same person that used to
Yeah.
talk crap
Yeah,
about
probably,
people,
yeah.
and
Yeah.
you know,
He was a troll. He was
but
a
he's
super
very
troll.
genuine guy. Like he's very open.
Yeah.
Like
His
if you
tweets
ask
are
him
fire.
a question, he'll answer it for you. You know,
Gotcha.
that's what I like about him. I like that his music's positive and that he
Yeah.
actually has like a message that's not really like. It's not negative, but it's also like him kind of sharing his story. Like
Yeah.
I think what happened was he had a song called Closure.
Closure. Yeah, his EP is straight.
Yeah,
I
and
fuck
then,
with it.
I believe it,
Yeah, and
yeah.
it was
It's
him
straight.
like singing about how he didn't want to like be older and like regret something. And then like those lyrics, people were trying to analyze the lyrics, and then that's when he said, "I thought y'all already knew."
Got you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
And the EP only had like 5 tracks or 6, right?
It's like seven.
Like
and
seven.
Two of
Yeah,
them are the
it's-
like
his
the
album
Old
is-
Town Road and
I
then the
want to check it
remix.
out.
Yeah,
It's straight. I like
Yeah.
it.
I was talking
man.
to somebody
I
and
really
they were
like
like, he's probably gonna be a one-hit wonder. I'm like, bro, you don't make songs that good and not know how to continue to make.
Yeah.
Right.
hits.
Even
You know
the
what I'm
even the
saying? Like,
snippets he was releasing on Twitter were
Right.
fire. And
Yeah.
I'm like,
No,
yeah.
to be honest, I was one of those people who was
For
like,
real?
no, when
it
all I
first came
heard was just Old Town Road. I'm like, I like this song,
Yeah.
but I'm like, but you know, he's gonna be a one-hit wonder. How is he gonna really
I
top
see.
this?
Right, I feel
When
you.
the other tracks from the
Right.
EP started coming out, one is rock, one is country.
Exactly.
One is,
Exactly.
It was different. I was like, when I heard that rock one that sounded like sort of like old school NERD,
Right.
Yeah.
and I was just like,
Yeah.
okay, this kid got something.
He doesn't want to be in a box
Yeah.
for
This kid
for
ain't
genres.
regular.
He wants to just make music.
Make music.
Yeah.
So
Which
that's why I like it.
I love
Yeah.
creatives like that.
Right.
Who
Yeah.
just like
It's
they
awesome.
just
I really
wanna
like
get
him a
it-
lot.
Yeah.
Just want to make what they feel and not put it in a box.
Yeah, so
Cause
he's also very young,
feel like
but
that's the only way
his
to-
Yeah, how
life
old
is
is he?
changing so fast,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it's crazy. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like it's the only way to actually like get to who you are about to be as an artist.
right,
Like if you try to box yourself in anything, like you ain't going.
So to
You know
me,
what I'm saying?
were you still
Nah,
talking?
yeah, I'm done.
Oh, yeah, no.
Good
To
to
me,
go.
I just feel like, not that it's much to do about nothing, but it's just like, to me, it's just the more issue is just like there's still like major homophobia, especially in our community.
In America.
Right.
Oh,
But
true,
yeah, but I think that's what the main problem of this is. You know, he's just like, hey, yeah, I'm gay, and everybody is just making a storm around
Right,
it.
exactly.
You know,
Yeah,
it's
Okay,
like,
so he's pulling it off nonchalant. Like,
right.
well, yeah.
So basically, they were
He's
trying
not
to
like,
say that
hey,
he was trying to
I'm
hide the fact,
gay.
like basically he's been pretending like he liked girls. But I'm like,
I mean, I ain't seen
mean,
him.
See,
I
I,
know.
didn't think. I think
we
either
just
or, really. I
when
just-
someone is
yeah.
not visually what your idea of being gay is. I don't like that.
I know.
Oh, that's a solid size one too.
Go ahead, hold on, wait. I got you. Back up.
Oh, no, yeah, go ahead, Mr. Jamaica man. You know.
Jamaica.
It's gonna come at you.
Yeah, like we handle this with Jamaica. Oh.
Waiting all
That's
day
him
to
right
do
there?
that.
I'm pretty positive he killed him.
I see something spinning around there in our web. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. But I'm gonna be over here anyway.
You know what I do. You know.
Wow, Three Oak Podcast.
Yeah.
Like spiders.
We got spiders over here. Y'all got
This is what we deal
fucking
with.
earthquakes. We got spiders.
Yeah,
Right.
facts. In North Carolina.
Epidemic. No, but yeah, so I was just saying, like, I think it's just everybody around, like, I was saying, like, we just assumed he was straight. We're still in that mindset where we
Yeah.
just assume people are
everybody's
straight.
sexuality,
So now we're
yeah.
just disappointed, like, oh, I thought you were straight.
Yeah.
So,
I wonder how long it'll.
It'll be before everything is
No,
like.
people act like they know him. Like he just has one song.
Yeah.
Like
He's
y'all
been
don't know
out
who
for
he
a whole
is.
6
Like,
months.
big
Like,
fact.
all we know is that he dropped out of college, lived with his sister, and he sung a country song over some beat that he found on YouTube. Like
Yeah.
y'all don't know him.
Yeah.
Hey,
He's from Atlanta.
yeah.
Now,
You know what's crazy?
Hell out of
is
here,
that,
bro.
like, he just went diamond too.
Yeah.
And I was telling
That's
somebody
crazy,
because
bro.
I was like
That's
looking at
lit.
my phone, and I seen he went diamond, and I told somebody, I was like, "Yo, Lil Nas X just went diamond." They were like, "Didn't he just go platinum?" But like, there's platinum level, right? I said, "No, he went platinum 10 times." So that's
yeah,
what I'm telling
that's
you.
the level. Yeah, yeah.
This is the step
Yeah,
above that.
Yeah, this is.
They were
deep.
like, "Oh shit!" I
Yeah.
said, "Oh shit!" Yeah.
And I think it's important that he did come out because he's letting people know, like,
it's okay.
I'm gay and I have the #1 album
Well,
of
I'm-
the
oh,
year.
yeah.
And I'm black.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm
Yeah,
black.
black.
And
I'm
people
black.
in the country still don't mess with me.
Yeah.
Billboard chart holla at me. You know what I'm saying? Because the
Yeah.
Billboard, it's like, and I'm gay. What's up?
It's
Like,
a perfect story, man.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
It is, like,
it's a beautiful
yeah.
story.
And he's
for
humble
real,
about
for
the
real.
whole shit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
who do you think are
And
more
he's just
angry?
so positive about
Yeah.
all the backlash too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He don't care.
Yeah,
No,
that's
he
true.
good. He happy.
And you know what? You're right though. That is dope that he said that. Like, I'm on the other end now, because if he was a huge Twitter troll, that he's the last one that's allowed to be offended. When
Yeah.
like
Right.
you
Right.
built your Twitter account
Exactly.
off that,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
like he's
Ooh.
built on a different level for this type of attention than anybody else.
I wonder how Russ feels about him. Because you know, I think like I can't name one Russ
That's
song.
true.
Me either.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I know I can go and like look at his work and maybe like, oh yeah,
I
I
know
know
a
this,
few
but
Russ
like,
songs.
That's
but
a-
I
that's
can't
an
tell you
interesting
like,
question.
That's an interesting
like a hit like Old Town like that
Because
people can
Russ-
sing from like.
And Russ relies on those records and those plaques and those
Right.
sales, and
But he ain't got no
He
hits.
ain't
yeah,
got no-
you
He
ain't
keep
got that
talking
diamond.
like he's this Little Nas X guy, and Little Nas
Yeah.
X is humble. Like that's where you
Yeah.
have to be at that
That's why
level
we
where it's
love
just
him,
like
bro.
I know.
Yeah, look at the
facts.
difference between y'all,
Yes,
bro.
that
Y'all
doesn't wanna
both putting
show
numbers
him.
on the board.
Yeah.
But this is why we like him.
Yeah.
You know who else is putting numbers on the board that I think academics posted it? Lil Baby. He has put
Oh, Lil Baby?
numbers
Oh, really?
on the fucking board, bro.
Nice.
I haven't paid
Oh,
attention to
I'm
this
gonna try to
very
find
fast.
it and I'll post it like on the YouTube video and I'll just
Yeah.
like pull it up after this, Bruh, they showed just what he's done. It was like he got tracks 6 times platinum, 3 times platinum, 2 times platinum, 1 time platinum, gold, 4 times. Just back to, and you're like, oh yeah, I know that shit. Yeah, I know
Right.
that song.
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
Okay, I forgot he
Right.
snapped on that too.
Yeah,
You're like,
yeah.
bruh, Lil Baby, bruh, is
long
not.
you been
He
out?
is cement
How long you been
going
doing
crazy. Maybe a year and a half, 2 years.
Yeah, I feel like
2
I heard
years.
about him the same time as Da Baby. It was a whole bunch of babies.
Yeah,
that
right.
It came out there. There's Baby, Da Baby, Lil Baby.
Well, the
and-
Baby,
Lil Baby came
I-
out
no.
first, I believe. Lil Baby came out
Lil
first.
Baby was first
and then the
because-
Baby came out after.
Right.
But they knew each other.
And that's because he was Baby Jesus first.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And then changed his name, but I knew Lil Baby first.
First,
Yes,
yeah.
Indeed was the first one, but he had hits before that that got him to the Yes Indeed feature with Drake. I'm gonna try to find that though. It's
Is Lil Baby the one that Winston was saying like his father died the same day his
that's
album
Da
went?
Baby.
Da Baby.
Da Baby.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Saying like he,
They're saying
sold
it's
his
some
soul.
sort of like
Oh, his
sacrificial
dad
thing.
died when he got signed.
And now he's got that.
Like he
chain
had to
that says
sacrifice
Kurt,
his father.
Kurt, and that's his family's last name.
Yeah.
His dad. And apparently the day his album went #1, his father passed away.
Yeah. Something like that.
And
yeah.
I don't even like to think about stuff like that because I just don't want to think
Yeah,
that.
Winston told us
Exactly.
about that.
You know what I mean?
But
So
we
I
can
don't
justify any narrative we want right now.
Exactly.
Look
I'm
at it
saying, like,
positive,
literally
like my
how it
dad
is.
held on long enough just to see me have a #1 record.
Exactly,
and,
and
then
that
he
might
went
because
home.
I don't know any status of his dad. You know what I'm saying? I
Right,
don't know
yeah.
how he passed.
Right.
He might have been fighting illness
Right.
for 10 years.
Right.
I have zero
Right.
idea
Could
on
be a
that.
coincidence.
Right.
Exactly, it could be a coincidence, but I just
You
think
know,
that's-
he had said something about the Meg Thee Stallion, her mom passing too. Her
That's
mom was
true.
sick for a while.
they had another like when people reach a high level of success, definitely black people they do pin that on us, like
yeah.
because you remember Top Dog TDE, Absol's girlfriend. Was it Absol's girlfriend?
No way.
She rest in peace. She committed suicide.
Really?
And it was right before
He
TDE
blew up,
was
yeah.
everything.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
And they were putting that on him, and he has a song written about it. I'm almost positive it's Absol. She was
Right.
the wife. She was the sister. You know, like there was in
To the
love.
crew and everything, yeah,
Yeah,
love,
like
yeah.
that was his high school sweetheart type of shit.
crazy.
Yeah, so he had a whole song written about her. That was how I was introduced to Absol.
Does anybody here believe in the Illuminati?
I believe in people that are enlightened. Like that's what Illuminati means. It
Right,
means
enlightened.
the
Yeah.
I believe in the
enlightened ones.
cabal.
Ones, yeah.
Yeah.
The government's
Yeah,
government.
I
So,
believe.
it-
I guess so. Yeah, I guess I believe
In
a
form
little bit of. I believe there's
secret society. Yeah.
secret
Yeah, I believe-
society of like money makers, people who have all the money that are really
Making
calling the
things
shots,
Right.
yeah.
for positive for them. Like I
Yeah.
do believe that 100%.
It's called Agenda 21. It's the UN.
Yeah.
They actually have like an agenda that's controlling
how everything in the world is
yeah,
transpiring.
like it's so.
I believe
Yeah,
in
it's
that.
crazy. Everything
Yeah.
is like planned ahead
Like
of time.
orchestrated.
Yeah.
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 It's kind of like
People don't-
Wanted with like the,
Like, it's all orchestrated.
with
Yes.
the-
Oh,
with the-
Wanted.
with the
oh, with
bread
the
and
scrolls.
shit.
Yeah.
So we don't realize. So
setting
we're
them
in
down,
debt.
yeah.
You know how America's in debt,
Yeah.
but we don't realize that how are we getting out of debt. So China owns America.
Yes.
So
Financially, yeah.
China is actually they're trying. They don't want money. They want because our money don't mean shit.
They want our land.
Exactly.
They want our land, and they want that Midwest.
Exactly.
I heard about that
Exactly.
too. They want that
Exactly.
Midwest. And they're already
They're trying to buy out
extremely.
Africa.
California is
Yes,
extremely
that's
high.
what's
Yeah.
going on.
Yeah,
It's
and
like
they want
it's-
the Midwest.
You know, like the
It's for
movie
their people.
Hunger
yeah,
Games.
there's so much space.
So, yeah.
You know, Hunger Games, where they
Yeah,
had like
yeah.
13 districts
Yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah.
Those
Yeah.
districts are like L.A., New York, Austin, Texas. The metropolitan areas. Those are
Atlanta,
that
yeah.
those
Yeah.
that's what the districts are. So that people like for an example. The conspiracy is like remember last year was a bunch of fires in California.
Yes.
Yeah,
There were
so-
certain
Clearing the
areas
door
that-
for
Right,
them.
so they
Yeah.
said that
That's
the
a railroad
P&G, the electric company, which is owned by the Rothschilds,
Yeah.
they actually caused the fire. Like they actually have proof that they caused the fires on purpose
Damn.
to get people out from the royal areas. So because when your house burns and like because there's a town that completely burned, like even if you had money, you would need time to rebuild the city and your house.
Yeah,
so
'cause you-
people like
yeah.
that will move out of that area
That's a
and go to the
fact.
city.
You're
So
right, because
they-
you're not waiting for them to build the
Build that
town
thing,
up.
yeah.
You're not going
Yeah.
to live in a
No,
house.
that
full of-
land is theirs now.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of this town. This land is ours. So like the Chinese people are buying that land. That I mean, it's already theirs.
freshly
They're
burnt
already, it's
now,
already
yeah.
theirs. Like
Yeah.
they already own it. So the people that live in those royal areas, they come to the city like LA, and then we get placed in these luxury housings, but it's really like concentration,
Yeah, yeah.
like stacked
'Cause
up
you're in
like
the city.
jails,
Yeah, you're
and
in
then
the
you're
city where we can
controlled.
control you.
Yeah, so if something happened in the city, what the
And-
because they're promoting people to not have cars, to be more
Yup.
self-efficient and like
Yup.
have commuting options and like
Yup.
bikes and shit. So if you had if you didn't have a car, you can't leave.
That's
So if
facts,
some shit
yeah.
happened, you're stuck in this city.
That's like Gotham City. That's why like they always have plays on Gotham City because there's a bridge they can cut off and nobody can leave the island.
right.
That's
right.
why that's so
Yeah.
crazy.
Right.
And if you wanted to wipe out or minimize this group of people,
easy.
You put them all there
Involved
first,
there,
Population
and then you do what
control.
you do.
and then you slowly just start
Yeah,
bringing them
yeah.
down in that population.
Yeah.
So
if
I'll-
something happens, an earthquake in this area,
area, then-
and
yeah.
something crazy like
Yeah,
that.
I've been trying to figure out why certain people are successful in the music industry and why
Certain
like
people
people
aren't.
aren't. And it's because I really do feel like something is being pushed more than
Than the rest.
yeah. So there's an agenda behind
Yeah.
everything. The media, like
Yeah.
that's why I can't watch TV. Like
yeah.
I can't watch. I can't do it because
Yeah.
they're
That's-
programming us to believe a certain thing, like fear, like place
That's a
fear in
fact,
our
yeah.
heart. But
Yeah.
like the whole like. The music that we're listening to has a low vibration, so like it's causing us to do stupid stuff, be
shit.
desensitized. Like it's an agenda. If they actually would play positive music all the time,
Should be
like
more positive.
people, yeah, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying. So like, as far as like the whole Illuminati, people make jokes about it, but like there's people that are enlightened that know like what's really going
What's really going on?
Yeah,
yeah, I believe in that. I just don't. When I said that, I asked that question is because like I feel like some people do just believe that it's like some satanic thing that's happening. That's like you pledge your soul to this
Right.
and life to this to make this happen. I think that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I think that's ridiculous. I don't think it's necessarily that. I think it's more along the lines of what you're saying. But I don't think. I don't know. I don't know if I think that you're really like signing off your soul and having somebody killed to make
I don't
this
believe
happen.
all that.
Right.
though.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like that,
Right.
I don't believe.
Right.
Yeah.
I believe
But-
you may sign a 10-year or a lifetime deal with the people who are calling these strots.
Right,
And they're
right,
like,
right.
we'll make sure you'll never go broke again if
Yeah.
you portray this message, promote this product
Right.
at this time when we want you to.
and do
Right.
this like that.
Tell
I
everybody
can see,
lean
yeah.
is popping for the next 5 years.
Right.
Now move to coke.
Right.
You know, shit like
Like,
that.
you know, like Future, the smartest man in the world, don't
And don't
probably,
do it.
Yeah,
Don't do
don't
it.
do
Yeah,
any
don't
of
do
that
none of
stuff.
that.
And
Yeah.
just be promoting it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like, do you
so-
work for pharmaceutical companies?
And
That-
I
yeah.
always was wondering that because there was a good like couple 4 or 5 years where I'm just like, man, every time I listen to a rap song, I feel like I'm listening to a drug commercial, like Xanax,
sure.
and
Yeah.
And you know what's crazy?
Percocet.
We can go to the opposite effect of that. Somebody who got where this whole secret society could work too. Justin Bieber's the reason activist is hard to find now and damn near extinct, and they stopped making it with lean. Because once he started talking about it, his market is so big.
Right.
Every pharmaceutical company put a cease on it.
Damn.
So they're not making any new ones. So
Right.
people are either drinking fake lean
Right.
or you're paying crazy. Back then, I remember right before this ended, I think they were selling pints for like $4,000, and
Wow.
I think a pint it just looks like a regular,
Right.
medicine size
crazy.
jar like this.
Right.
That was $4,000. That was like 2-3 years ago, maybe.
Right.
Justin Bieber started tweeting about it like I'm cupping up and shit like that,
Right.
and then it went away. So maybe those higher ups are like, all right, we done with lean.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
Boom, cut that
boom.
off. Justin Bieber can cut it off because
Right.
he's touching
Now it's
millions of
perks.
children, and now it's the next thing, perks,
Right.
maybe. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
So it makes sense, and we'll make sure you always rich. Start talking about lean, and we're gonna
Exactly.
shut it down.
That was
We'll
a
make sure
point.
you always go rich.
You know, like Little Pump. I was
Yeah.
like, what the fuck is he talking? Like somebody is
Yeah.
telling him to do. Like he's doing it on purpose.
Yeah.
Like I feel like he's being ignorant on purpose. Like he's
That's
a
what
smart
I'm-
guy,
100%,
like a very
100%.
smart guy. But that's like, oh no,
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
you smart, but
it's
you
all
dumb.
things
He's
like
definitely
that.
smart because didn't
Yeah.
he sign his contract when he
Before,
was 17?
yes,
Yeah.
how the hell?
He got to keep that
Yes,
bread.
Fire.
exactly.
Contract void.
Yeah,
Give me a better one.
Exactly. That's
And
crazy.
yeah, because I'm underage.
Because I'm
Right.
underage.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
extremely smart.
Something that,
That's
yeah.
what Russ was talking about in his interview too. He was talking
that?
about how they were saying that the industry is using people like
Yes.
Lil Perp and
Yes.
Oh
not
yeah, he
Smoke
did
Perp
say
and
that. He did say that.
Lil
You're
Pump.
right. Yeah, I
Because it
forgot
can't be
about
a
To-
coincidence.
to
Right, to
as weapons
capitalize
of mass
off what they're
destruction to
saying.
capitalize on what
Yeah.
you're saying
Right.
and make this happen in the
Yes.
community and all
All these rappers just at the same time coming out with
Yeah,
colored
yes, yeah.
hair, dreads, tattoos on their
Yeah.
face. They
Right.
all just
Look like
happened. They were
clowns.
just chilling, working
Yeah.
at Walmart, and all of a sudden they all just blew up. Like,
That
and
is true,
got
though.
It's
tattoos.
like
I was
Tekashi
nowhere.
6ix9ine. I thought
Yeah.
he was an industry plant. Like, I
Plant,
really
yeah.
felt like he.
a lot of people.
A lot of
did.
people thought
I
that,
really-
And I
yeah.
wouldn't be surprised either.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
I still wouldn't be surprised.
yeah. I
Nah,
still
yeah.
feel like
Lil
he's
Nas
a-
X is an industry
Because if he
plant
gets
through
out
and
of jail,
through.
he
But he knows he
Yeah.
is. Yeah, he's
This is
agreed
part
to
of
it
the
on
plan.
Twitter. He was like,
Oh,
"You
really?
definitely industry plant," but I fuck with you. He was like, "Yeah, I definitely am."
There's probably like
he knows.
I think probably like there are probably more industry plans than there are people who actually made it
Off the
organically.
love.
For sure.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
it's a system. I mean, going back to Britney Spears, like going even further than that,
right,
and like
for sure.
it's
That's
not
why she
even a
shaved
new
her
thing.
head.
It's
Yeah.
just
She
know,
was sick of the shit.
yeah.
Yeah,
Like you
she
see
did
one
lose
record
it.
company doing something, you're just like, then every other record company wants to emulate that and sell as much to be successful as that thing. You know, so I don't know.
That is real.
Going back real quick to remember you were saying like music has a low vibration.
Yes.
A lot of them today. Do you think melody has an effect on us as well?
I believe.
Like
For sure.
yeah, okay. Well then, because I just noticed the difference. Like when I listen to like music in the 70s, 80s, and 90s, ballads specifically.
Yes.
I
yes.
listen to those ballads and it's like it feels like it's moving through me. The
Yeah.
chords, the
More
way they're
emotional.
arranged, arranged in a way where it touches your
Yeah.
soul. And I
Yes,
listen to
that's a
ballads
fact.
today,
I agree.
ballads today, and I'm just like it.
It
I'm
don't
not
hit-
feeling
don't
it.
hit home.
People
Yeah.
ain't hitting the.
Yeah.
No,
I
they
feel
don't
like
feel the same.
Adele,
no.
like
They
I'm
don't-
just like
I feel
I
like-
don't feel it.
I feel like now people make music based on how they feel at the time. Like back then, they could pull that emotion out of them. I feel like it's harder for people to kind of
We
pull that emotion out of
desensitize
them.
now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like exactly. Like Keisha Cole. Keisha Cole makes fire albums when she's going through a fucking heartbreak.
Right.
Same-
or when
same
she's
with
in
If she
love.
not.
There's no in between.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like Adele the same way. Adele's about to. I think she's about to get divorced. Her next
Oh,
album
shit,
is
really?
about to be fucking
Fire.
fuego. Keisha
Yeah.
Cole's is pregnant, about to drop a baby.
Yeah.
Next album about to be fucking fuego.
Right.
Major things in
Fuego.
their life. Yeah.
You know what
not
I'm
to,
saying?
not to like just talk about what we've been doing, but like that Sundress song, I feel like it has that kind of vibe. It does that
Yeah,
for
it
me.
makes you
Yes, it
Yeah.
does.
Yeah.
Yes, it does.
Like I think it brings
The
some of
melodies
that
are
back. The
arranged in a way
melodies
where
are
I'm
in a
like,
way that,
I feel it.
And like for
good.
me, I like lo-fi beats. It makes me feel more euphoric. It makes me feel more relaxed and calm.
Yeah.
Like Segun, that's my guy. I fuck with him. Like super
Psych.
heavy. Like Segun, Paul. I found him on Instagram.
They
just
may
a-
have recorded their music at a different frequency.
Yeah.
Okay.
Back in the day, like
Yeah,
everything is the preset for like recording your music is at a low vibration, and like it's a standard. It's like the industry standard now, but it should be at a higher vibration. So they may have recorded it at a different vibration to where it actually does feel different when you listen
Shit
to
get
it.
scientific.
No, it's true because when you listen to, I mean, in general, when you listen to like a because everything is either energy, vibration, it's everything is just waves. Like it's everything. It's it's all like everything. So
that's why you can walk in a room and feel tension because there's
Exactly.
vibrations and tension going
exactly.
on.
Facts,
So you can
yeah.
literally
When
walk
you
in a
don't
room and
feel
nobody
right.
can say nothing.
Right.
You can just walk in and
Feel.
feel. You don't
Feel
even got to
people,
necessarily
yeah.
look at them. You can just feel like
Exactly.
oh, this room is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So
it's thick,
music,
right.
like you can't see it, but you can hear it. But it has waves. Like when it has radio waves. So when you play a song, it could be at a lower vibration, and when that happens, it actually puts you on that same frequency. So we're all like radio stations, and we all have different channels. And if you're on a low channel, you're gonna be on low vibration, and you're gonna be sad and depressed. But if you're at a higher vibration, like you're happy, you manifest faster, you're more at peace. So when we listen to certain music that is purposely, like you can't hear the tones because it's masked. And it's funny because they actually did this in a movie called the Pussycat Girls. What's the cartoon? The Pussycat.
Josie
Josie
and the Pussycats. Remember that movie back in the
They were
day?
doing like the subliminal shit.
Yes, in the music. So there was so back in like 2000, there's a pop movie with Josie and the Pussycats. It's like it's a real version of the cartoon.
Yeah.
But the movie was about them, like they had this machine that silently programmed people
To like buy their shit.
like
their music.
but you couldn't hear the tones.
Yeah, but it was an underlying tone.
Right.
Until they really got into
like I might have
it
seen
and they
that, actually.
separated.
Right.
That sounds familiar. As
Right. It's kind of like a joke, but it's like some real
There's
real
a movie
stuff.
on Netflix called Frequency, and it was like with kids at a school, and if you're not on the same frequency, like they can't even be near each other.
Right.
Like,
Right.
literally, it would
damn.
kill them to like, or some shit like that, like to
Right.
be near each other. Like, yo, you vibrate lower than me, I can't even fuck with you.
Yeah. So
Type shit. Yeah.
right now they purposely
fire.
record at a lower level. Like when you go to like Logic, you can choose what frequency you want to record your music, and then the standard is like 432 or something like that. Like, and I think if you record at a different frequency, it feels and sounds different to people.
Yeah.
So like they have videos comparing it on YouTube. It's like a big conspiracy because when you listen to music, you think I'm jamming out, but you're actually receiving like a low vibration. So that's why I'm very careful about what I listen to because I know I feel like this vibration it's not, something's wrong. Like something
I
feels
feel that
off.
because when I listen to like Young Scooter and Future, I just want to sell drugs, go be a strip.
Right,
and niggas
exactly.
rob niggas
For real.
You should play with that.
Meg Thee Stallion made me just want to finesse niggas. Cardi made me want to drug
Yeah,
niggas.
people will do
rob
that.
'em.
People will record their frequency purposely.
Who do you listen to that make you want to love
They
niggas?
do. No, they target you in the frequency.
Make me want to
Yeah,
love dude. Summer Walkers.
Summer
Walker.
Walker.
Ari Lennox.
Right, exactly.
She's
Yeah,
really good.
I really enjoy her.
Yeah.
Yes.
Really fuck with her.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, that's important. I mean, that's how we carry out. That's how you hit who you want to hit. You know how you want to hit them.
Connect with the people.
It's just I don't know. It
Yeah.
just takes me a while to find a
So what's-
song, a ballad that makes me feel like the way My Shetty Amore
sure.
by Stevie
Yeah.
was.
I
sure.
that's why I listen
I'm
to a
just
lot
singing
of old shit.
that. I'm literally just singing that song last week.
Nice.
Yeah.
So what's the ideal frequency to record at? If it
I
should
think
be?
it's 400. Like, I'm not sure. Let me.
So they're recording lower than that
There's like
these days.
400.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of rap beats they don't even have melody in it. You know, like
But that's
Okay.
that was another. Oh, go ahead.
It's 432. I think that's what we're doing now, and then we're supposed to be at 440. So we're supposed to be at a higher vibration when we listen to music. So there's videos, like a whole, like listening to music and then seeing how people. And this is
React.
actually like fairly recent. A lot of people have been doing it more often. just to see like how they feel and what it actually does to them. So it's very powerful. Music is stupid powerful. So they're doing something to make us not give a fuck about ourselves and just settle and just
don't feel music.
It's hard for me to be here in North Carolina because people listen to some type of like that type of music, and then they reflect that, and I'm just like, it's okay to listen to it, but you ain't got to live the lifestyle. You ain't got to actually like have the mindset of this person. Like they're joking, right? But people really they listen to it and that's their life. So
that's why I'm glad we have the people that like. There are certain artists out there that still vibrate on the high. I know they have to because that's why we listen to like the Nipseys.
Right, exactly,
like
for sure.
This connects you a different way.
Right.
You like, this is what I need to do, and when you listen to stuff like that, you get that reassurance of the shit you need to be doing and have already been doing, and you like, yeah, okay, bro.
I think on top of that, that's why this last almost year and some change, our leisure time and everybody that our friends, all of our friends that we see on a regular basis are the same people we do something creatively with.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like. We don't even want to take away from the vibration and hang out with somebody who's not on the same wave at all. We all get together. We're going to think of either if it's a week sketch, we thought of something creatively together.
Right.
And then we'll all go out to Woody's and get something to eat or just, you know what I mean? Or then smoke and chill. But it seems like even when we're leisurely chilling, there's a moment when niggas is like, oh, yeah, write that down. We need to do that. You know what I'm saying? Every time. Because we're always working.
It's crazy because I just wrote a script that sort of like subtly addresses whether or not like the lyrics that we listen to in songs like sort of like shape our mindset and what you think. Because I don't know, you just listen to music and I'm just like, okay, music made by men is saying, okay, women are just bitches that are just good for sex. And then we hear that and we're like, yeah. And then women, they're a lot of, they're making music that are saying niggas ain't shit. And then the women who listen to that are like, yeah. So then we go to each other with those mindsets and we wonder why we can't fucking get on.
Yeah.
You know what? That makes perfect sense because just like now, like I know a lot of female rappers like Tokyo Jets, like she's one of those type of, we be talking about niggas ain't shit type shit, fuck these niggas, but she's pregnant. She's with her nigga.
Right.
And she had to come out and one girl was just like, girl, I broke up with my nigga because you said fuck these niggas. She said, I said fuck these niggas, not your man.
Yeah.
Oh,
bitch, you're listening too differently.
It's her responsibility.
But she took it literally.
To show
just like
to show the difference.
Yeah.
Even if it's on the record where the hook is like that, it's her responsibility to make sure at least in one of those bars, she makes sure she addresses how much she loves her man now. You
or
know
just
what I mean?
address that even on just a regular, continual, like social level.
Exactly.
On social media, they're together. Like you see them out there taking pictures together, shit like that.
That don't mean nothing.
It don't mean shit. Just like
because if you want to,
she's pregnant too.
Yeah.
City girl. Megan Thee Stallion fuck with Moneybagg Yo, but is she still having a hot girl summer?
You're right.
But see, but that's just the reason why she's doing that music and it's totally different from her life is because that's the market that she's catering to.
Yeah,
she's catering to the niggas ain't shit. They will buy my music.
That's a fact.
So
I think it's because they just like when they first came out before they really popped. That's what they were doing and that's what hit. And they keep doing that even though they progress personally, music wise, they're still rapping about the same shit.
This is all I got.
Yeah.
So you said you wonder if what people rap about causes you to reflect. Your life to reflect that. So it's true. Do you know the difference between your conscious and your subconscious?
Oh, yeah.
So like your subconscious, anything that you say or do, like your subconscious, it doesn't know that you're either joking, it doesn't know that you're listening. Like when you listen to a song, or have someone talking to you, your subconscious takes it for what it is. So if you're listening to something that says, negative things about that, it'll actually believe that and it'll be a reality. So like when I heard XXX die, I said, oh, he manifested that.
Oh yeah.
When Mac Miller passed away, like all these things, like he said that in a documentary. He's like, I don't want to be that guy that has a overdose.
That's crazy because on one of X songs, he definitely told I think it's Everybody Dies in Their Nightmares. He was just like, I don't want to go outside and get caught in traffic.
Yep.
And that's,
Yeah.
how,
And that's
that's-
exactly how he died.
Yeah.
Every
and then-
rapper
that's like
that's
the
passed
last verse
away
of
has
it.
rapped about passing
Oh,
away.
yeah.
Ready to die.
Oh
Every
yeah,
single
for
time.
sure.
All of that.
Every
You
single
manif-
time.
everything you say, you have to be careful about what you say, what you
Put out
think.
the-
You have to
yeah.
be careful what you listen to. That's why I actually make instrumentals because I don't want to listen to people.
You don't have to worry about
I don't
what
want
kind
to
of
listen
message you
to
may be giving
no.
off.
I don't
Yeah.
want people
Yeah.
on my music neither, and that's why
Yeah.
like I tell people I don't make music for rappers because
Yeah.
I don't want your message on my shit.
Yeah.
Like I want to keep the same flow and vibration. When you start spitting about your life and whatever the fuck
It
you
changes
going on,
the
like
vibration
it makes me. I go into your world, and sometimes
Yeah.
your world is fucked up.
And that's not the
Yeah.
mindset you were in when
Right.
you made that beat. You were in
Exactly.
something totally positive, and
Yeah.
this person's rapping about a
And
dark
now what
place.
you're doing over my beat is making my viewers feel this type of way when they shouldn't. They would have never felt like
This-
that.
it
If I
Had
had
you
without
not,
it,
Right.
yeah.
So that's why I personally don't really listen to rap music because
Yeah.
like a lot of it's negative. Like I listen to rap music, but it has to be motivating. It has to make me feel some type of way.
Yeah.
Like it's because I know how sensitive my subconscious is. Like
very.
I'm very I don't even say good morning anymore. I say
Oh, yeah,
good
that's right.
rising because
Yeah.
the word morning doesn't mean anything other than to mourn. There's nothing
Yeah.
good about mourning.
Yeah, there's real power,
You know what I'm
power
saying?
in vocabulary, like the
Yeah,
actual
our-
word itself.
Yeah, I
is
was telling my
interpreted.
stepdad today. So when we're in school, they teach us how to spell, right?
Yeah.
They also teach us how to write in cursive,
Yeah.
right? And then it's witchcraft. They teach us spells and curses.
Yeah.
Like everything we say is either a spell or a
I
curse.
remember you told us that
Yeah,
last time.
yeah.
It makes
Oh, it's the
sense.
truth. It's the truth.
Yeah.
Like I swear to God. So
Yeah.
that's why like. Sometimes I feel like they are pushing an agenda to say certain things to make people dumb. But
You know
we're
what's
powerful.
crazy is they're not teaching cursive as much in school anymore.
They don't.
either.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're not,
Yeah.
they're not.
Yeah, which is crazy. So it's like maybe somebody feels the same way, and they were like, "We don't need to be bring that back."
No,
Yeah,
that's weird. They need to learn how to.
They need to-
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah,
that's
you never
crazy.
did
You
write
don't sign your
checks?
checkbook, bro.
Yeah.
Like, what
Yeah.
you mean?
Yeah.
Like,
That is, yeah. I never looked at
Unless
that.
it's everything is just going electronic, so it's like, oh, you don't. Physical
Yeah,
things
nah,
are starting to
obviously,
matter less and
yeah.
less.
no.
Yeah, nah, but that's real shit. Your words really do like change everything.
Turn
It
into
does.
this-
Saying you got to retrain the subconscious, and that doesn't happen quickly.
Right.
Yeah,
No,
you
it takes
saying?
time.
It
You have
takes
to
time.
program yourself because you've been programmed your whole life
Yeah,
to
yeah.
believe certain things, listen to certain
I had
things.
this
So you have
conversation with
to.
somebody the other day too.
Yeah,
I was
me
like,
too.
I've got to stop saying that I'm not good at doing certain things.
Right.
Because when
Yeah.
you say that,
Exactly.
you're just pretending.
It's gonna be true.
Because when you say that
Exactly.
to yourself, you're telling
Exactly.
yourself that you're telling yourself it once.
Right.
You're hearing it back, and you thought it also. So
Exactly.
your subconscious has heard
Yeah.
it 3 times
Exactly.
minimum.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's gonna
Already.
believe
and every
it.
time you say it, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Which is why you say, talk like you're there. You're already.
Yeah.
You
Exactly.
are there.
You are there.
Exactly.
You are there
exactly.
already.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Move like
Move
that.
like that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. You have to fake it until you make. Literally, you
do.
have to
Literally
like.
do.
You
They
have
had a whole
to.
TED talk on it with that lady from.
Oh, I remember that.
Remember that fight? The
Yeah.
TED talk was fire.
Yeah, yeah.
But she
Oh,
was
which
talking
one?
about
faking it till you make
Fake it
it.
until you make it.
Right.
She was just talking
Yeah.
about like, body language and all
Yes.
that. And, like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
make
so
sure
you
fake
were
it till you
walking
make
there
it.
acting like you Puff
Like,
Daddy
yeah.
because you know Puff Daddy going there acting like he ain't got no
Yeah.
money. He going there like
The
yeah,
other- yeah, the
good,
other
you know
day-
what I'm saying? You
the other
better act
day-
like that every day.
And look,
Yeah.
the other day I found myself like I was just at work and I was lounging and I realized how I was sitting. I was sitting like this. I was sitting down and I was like this. I was like this. Like my arm was on something mad open and I was like this. And I was realizing how big I was sitting and I wasn't even paying attention to it. Like I was
Yeah.
just sitting for a
Right.
long time and somebody was like, "You sitting like that?" And I'm sitting. I'm looking at. It, I'm like. Yo, this is a mad confidence thing.
Right.
Like,
Right.
I was like,
It's the
I was
truth.
like, yeah,
Because you're so
Yeah.
open.
yeah, and I
Right.
was so open, and I was like, low key, man, I have changed my life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I have changed my life. I was
Right.
always that way. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying?
No, you're right,
Right.
though. 'cause,
Yeah.
Like if I'm at work and I'm really in like a sales groove,
Yeah.
my feet are kicked up on the thing. I'm
Right.
laid back. I'm
Right.
like, hey, look,
Right.
man, look,
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Crazy. Come on,
Exactly.
man.
Yeah,
I'm in my
yeah, yeah.
zone
Your world.
for real. Like,
Yeah.
like you playing in my ballpark. I just have to convince you that you're making the right decision
Right.
at this point. You know.
Right. Right.
But yeah, that's something that I did plan on doing. Like the skills that I've learned in sales. Like I need to make sure. I feel like this year I've gotten better at applying it with our content that we put out.
Right.
But like I need to go back into it. I
Yeah.
need to do discovery on our market. Like we need like hard fact numbers. Like
Yeah.
Right.
if you don't mind filling out this survey for me, please,
Right.
just so I can know exactly who I'm talking to. You know what I mean? Find out what they really are looking for
Right.
when they're looking online. You know what I mean? And I feel like if we start doing that, maybe with the emails that we get, start sending out little surveys.
Yeah.
Figure out what people fucking want.
We
People
start
always want.
incorporating people, like get them maybe whoever does listen or like watches, like get
Yeah.
them like to call in and be like,
just-
hey,
yeah.
How do you feel about this topic? And get
That's
them on
true, and that's
speakerphone.
something that I do plan on incorporating. Like I
Nice.
have to, and I'm sure.
And we've also
I'm
discussed.
sure I can do it on here.
We've also
but-
discussed having like outings with them. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying? Like,
yeah, and we've
go
done
out
that,
there,
and it
that'd be
went
nice.
well.
We've done that. We've done
did
it
it
once.
one
It went well
time,
with
yeah.
the live podcast, and that went very well.
Nice.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Right.
why
Yeah.
why not have an outing like at a bar or something where you
We
take
do need
that
to
over
do that
and
again.
do that. You know
That
what I'm saying?
went so well, yo.
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
literally
the
did
open forum.
we literally did a raffle and was like, you gonna win the ticket to this
Oh, we did that too. Yeah.
to the Summer Days Fest, and we chilling with you the whole time, like you with us,
Right.
bro. Like we like,
Right.
dude, I never met,
Right.
Cool.
and we
Dude.
chilled for 3 hours.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like,
exactly. Yeah.
We had
Get
a
them
dope
involved.
time.
You know.
yeah, and in contact to this day. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? We
Exactly.
definitely need to do more things like
Exactly.
We do. We do.
Yes.
that. But so we got one more music topic. It's the Dreamville album,
Oh, yeah.
Revenge of the Dreamers
2,
2.
3,
Three.
my bad,
Three.
Yeah.
3.
And then we'll move into our ride out because we're
Yeah.
right at like 1:47.
Cool.
Yeah.
We'll top off at like 2 hours pretty much. So has everybody heard it?
I heard.
Not
Bits and
everything.
pieces of it.
Yeah, I've heard
man.
up to like number 5 or 6.
I'm in the same boat,
Yeah.
5, 6, about
Yeah.
halfway through of you.
My favorite was probably track 1.
There's
Yeah.
a couple parts of that I was like, oh, because I saw the meme that JID posted, where it was like when you heard Lamborghini truck, and it was J. Cole looking like this. He had his arms crossed, and he was looking like this, like.
Oh, and he said something about robbing him.
Yeah, he was like when when you hear Lamborghini truck, is what
Nice.
the caption is, and he's
Right.
looking like
Right.
crazy,
Yeah,
and like
yeah.
I
you
gotta
listen to the
listen to
song,
it. Right.
and old boy is talking about he's going back and forth with Omen, this dude from Top's team. I guess it's
Yeah.
a new dude on West Coast. I don't know his name, but I don't know who was rapping. Maybe somebody can give me that info. But
Yeah.
anyway, he was rapping and they was talking about no, let me just I'm gonna just rob Cole. And we tie him up in the Lambo truck, do this or whatever.
I remember that
And,
bar,
the other
and when I
the
heard
other
it,
dude
I
was
was
like,
like,
and you
what's
just rob
happening?
Top,
Yeah.
and blah, 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 blah. And he's like, nah, I
Yeah.
can't even do that. That's my nigga, this and that.
Nice.
Like, this. And
But
that
that's
was the bars that
funny,
was
telling
going
a
down.
story.
Go ahead, tweet it
Yeah.
just like niggas say it's just lyrics, but it's some meaning behind that shit.
Yeah.
That's probably
Yeah.
exactly why he was looking like that. Like these motherfuckers might really try to rob
Nah, I don't think they really
Right.
gonna do it. But I think it was
It's a creative
it's just a
twist.
play on like it's a creative
Yeah.
twist on how the industry is and how people are. You know what I'm
Right.
saying, as far as it could be your man's right there trying to do this or whatever.
And I
but
commended
Yeah. It was
Cole
dope.
for letting that verse go. Imagine how many people would not
let that
Right.
verse go.
green
Yeah.
like
Right,
that.
for
You
sure.
know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
You could be talking crazy about a nigga
Yeah.
signing checks. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
So
And
other
he
than-
creatively let that go. So
Right.
that
That's
that
awesome.
that's dope
So
to
that
where
was
they
dope.
feel that is a testament to how comfortable he makes his label mates feel. Like
yeah, to be themselves,
if
be
I
creative,
piss
and
you
do what
off,
they do.
I'm still gonna clear something. If you're frustrated with me, you rap about me. You know what I'm saying? Like that shows his level of maturity and of a boss. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I mean, a lot of people would not do that. Birdman ain't clearing that shit.
Yeah,
Bird,
but
you know what I'm saying? 50 ain't clearing that. It's a lot of things that
Right.
a lot of people Diddy definitely ain't doing
I
it.
think he's still, even at his boss, he just understands things on the artist
He
level.
understands
Like,
the artist
you know
level
that
different from them.
If you a label mate and you not getting the shine right now at the bottom, like, but your label is shining, but you're not
Right.
able to do so, you gonna feel some kind of way like you're not getting,
Yeah.
and you know that's gonna fuel him
sucks.
to write about that shit.
Yeah.
If you want to write about that shit, let him write about that shit. It's
Yeah.
he might come up with the shit that put him up there.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And then
Like,
on
low
top
key.
of that, on top of that, it makes us have these conversations like this nigga signing him talking crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, talking crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's dope. And then that joint, and then of course the JID joint. The number 2 was crazy for me.
Yeah. And also a favorite for me was JID and T.I.'s track. Which
didn't
Oh,
hear
I like that
I
one
don't
too.
think I heard that
JID
yet.
and T.I. track.
Yeah,
It was like
I like that one.
it was like old Atlanta. It was old Atlanta.
Old
it was
Atlanta, yeah.
it was T.I. really like. Let me tell you about these women, young man. Like
Actual
coming
trap
from
music.
a married man's perspective that used to be a player.
Right.
And JID, the first verse is telling his experiences. I got a girl here. I got a girl here. T.I.'s like, well, let me really tell you what's going on out here, young man. You know what I'm saying? But it's literally like the old generation of Atlanta talking to the new generation of Atlanta about women, a comic topic.
basically.
Yeah.
So it was ill. Like their chemistry on that and the instrumental was real groovy.
Yeah, it was really.
It was
yeah,
real.
It was
just like,
probably the only boom bap beat on the album, I believe.
probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the first one.
Oh, the
that's-
first
that-
one
the
had.
first one, yeah.
Yeah,
the
it
first
was
one.
like a mix of it.
Yeah,
a mix of
but
it.
that one that had a really nice flow though. It was
Yeah.
a nice flow.
Yeah.
And then of course the opening track that had J. Cole,
Loot.
Lute
And DaBaby.
DaBaby, yeah. And everybody showed out because Lute was one of the members I knew was on Dreamville, but I never paid attention to.
Never heard it.
And even on my first listen through, I automatically went to, just because this is what we do as consumers for some reason, I'm like, they could have left the other nigga off. Talking about Lute. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, when you like J. Cole and DaBaby, that's all I care about because they're important in my life when it comes to music I like.
Right.
But then when I listen back to it now, I'm like, I'm imagining if that was me and I'm like, J. Cole and the Baby, the hottest nigga from North Carolina, with the hottest new nigga from North Carolina, and I'm sandwiching between them.
Right.
He
Gotta come
snapped.
through. Yeah,
He let them
yeah.
know, hey, look, nigga, I'm here.
I'm here
So,
with
yeah,
that.
like,
Yeah,
so now I hear from that because I'm like, no, bro, I'd have done the same exact thing you
Yeah,
did.
yeah,
He
yeah.
was coming on that. Anybody could get it, you know, because
You
that's
got
like,
sweat.
yeah, it was so, I could feel, you know what I'm saying, like, give me goosebumps. I'm like,
Yeah, it was like the level of
because I can see
professionalism.
myself in that position where, like,
Yeah.
this is the record. You need to stand
gotta
out,
bring
bro.
it, yeah.
This record, this verse will make or break your career, at least for the next 3 years.
Yeah.
Did y'all see the documentary?
I didn't watch
Fire.
it. I need to.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
you watched it
important.
already?
Yeah,
no, I haven't watched it yet. I
And
was
it's
gonna
not
do it tonight,
important,
'cause I
but
started listening to
it
the
takes
private
the
today.
it takes the album listen to an enjoyable.
That's
a
why
much
it
enjoyable
came
level.
out. Like the documentary
Came
came
out.
out, but then the music came out later.
After, yeah.
I was
Yeah.
like, because some of the music was out, but then some of them wasn't. I'm like,
I
I,
get why
can't
they
listen
did
to
it,
it.
though.
No, but for me, I was looking for it, but now I'm
Yeah.
like,
You feel like it was too long of a gap?
I need to. They got me excited, but I'm not too
it
excited to
didn't.
go look at it afterwards.
I see what you're
I'm
saying.
like, because
You
we
wanna
have a
go
short
now.
attention span.
I feel you.
Because
I
when
feel
it
you.
comes to rap music, because I don't listen
You
to
right,
a lot of
though.
rap music,
I need
but
that
there's
now.
so much music
Yeah.
coming out to keep up with. I'm just
Yeah.
like, and then they coming out with a lot of
Yeah,
like
they are.
hella
yeah.
shit.
It's like
I'm
20
like,
records.
and it's a million people. And I'm
You
just
right.
like, I'm overwhelmed right now.
I
Let me go
feel
listen
you.
to my
It is.
1992.
Yeah, it is overwhelming though on the real.
But no, I have to
yeah.
look at the documentary now since the music's out now. So.
Yeah, because I like it because it was like, one, they were kind of doing something groundbreaking, having a 10-day window for their record label where nobody's busy. After that, everybody's going to different parts of the country,
Right.
doing whatever. You know what I mean? We have 10-day window. Let's invite all of us. We need to get together because we haven't been able to do this in a while. And let's invite all of our fucking friends that are producers and other musicians from record labels. And if we fuck with them, they're coming to. And then they were saying like the energy was all competitive. It's
Right.
8 to 10 studios, a
Yeah.
producer in each one,
lot. Yeah.
people who rapping. And these are nice,
Right.
your peers that you might have never met.
Right.
But as soon as they walk into a room, they dropping a verse, recording it, and then leaving.
Right.
So it's like they said Buddy was recording verses and leaving
Right, go to the next
before they would even play the shit back.
Right.
Because he was like, I know they're going to cut verses, but I will make this. Like, he's in that hunger mind state.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
I just
yeah.
need a place on this. So that's why I think it's important that damn, that was a big one too. I feel like it was important that they put that out because my expectation of cohesiveness on the album is a little bit lower, which makes sense because you got 10 different vibes going on at 10 different times. So you just need to look at it as these people coming together, how good was it when they came together? You know what I mean? And would you look for more collaborations from these group of people?
I love seeing shit like that happen because I keep like I feel like all that stuff when people do like labels and what am I trying to think? Can't think of the term. Collaborations.
Yeah.
Do collaborations like labels and people like that do collaborations like that. I feel like it just allows for that creativity on the lower level as well, even more because we all bite that shit.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So like at our level, like that gives everybody at our level like ideas to do that exact shit.
Like
here.
at this
Like,
point,
this-
now
you know
that
what I'm
the idea is in the air, there's no reason why Menace Material shouldn't get together with the next group
saying?
that's coming up doing something musically
And
or
do the same shit.
entertainment. And let's collab for like a week
And do
see
that,
what
yeah,
see
see
what
what
we can
we-
come up with.
yeah.
Get 5 pieces of content, see what happens.
You know
We
what
just
I'm
put them
saying?
shits
And
out.
put them
you
shits
know?
out.
And record the whole process of us working together for the first time.
Yeah.
It's good content. It's solid. But let's go into the ride out. We'll transition into that, and then we'll get up out of here. Does anybody want to start? I'm gonna pick the same song again.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I'm picking Sundress again.
Yeah, I already know.
So I'll start. So my ride out once again, single out now. Sundress by Leon Gamble and AJ the Menace. It is your summer. It's your favorite song of the summer. Sundress with the buzz out.
Sounded great
You know what I'm
live.
saying?
Sings that to me every time I go to work.
Sounded great live.
Sounds great live. Like that song
sings that to me
vibrates at a different level. Like you were saying, like
felt
it
that
hits at a
song.
different level. Like the way people are talking. Like every so often, I just get a message from somebody,
Randomly, right? Yeah.
random as hell, and they're
Yeah.
like, and I just want to let you know, I'm not telling you this because I'm your friend. I'm telling you this because the song is hot. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, holy shit. This one is connecting on another level.
It's
like
connecting for real.
You hear it, you're like, that's my shit. It's just people are fucking with it. I feel like more
And
people
they're
than we
organically
know,
sharing it with other people.
Yeah.
organic as hell. And
Yeah,
I
my
feel
cousin hit me up like, yo, where can I get that song?
yeah,
She was in Kentucky, but she's in Virginia, and I'm just like, yeah, I got you.
yeah. And this is like I never put anything out. I don't ever remember a song like that. Just like And I feel like it's more people than I know, people that I'm talking to on a daily basis. I feel like they're running that while they're on the way to work or
Oh, yeah,
something.
definitely.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that just is so crazy to me.
If I was driving, right, because for my job, like I drive.
Yes.
If I was driving, I didn't know you guys, and I heard Sundress on the radio, I would Shazam that shit quick.
Yeah.
Honestly,
yeah.
I was just like, oh man, this has great melody. I like
Yeah.
the hook. You know, it's like, what is it?
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
it's Sundress, and if you like to hear it, here it go.
Let's get it.
Okay. For mine, I'm gonna put a little setup in the beginning, but just this, like a couple of days ago, I linked up with a childhood friend from middle school that I haven't seen like in years. He just randomly like popped up in my mind. I was like, huh, I wonder if he's like on social
On
media.
Facebook or something. Yeah.
Yeah, I went on Instagram, found him, and just like we hit it up. He was the first, when I got my first camcorder at 12, he was my best friend at the time.
Gotcha.
And
Y'all did movies and
me
stuff.
and Jerome and him, we made our first home movie like together.
Oh,
You know, it was like we're
yes.
shooting guns.
Yeah,
It was supposed to be a
yeah.
sequel to Heat.
That's
but,
literally your fun. That's literally
Yeah.
gonna be. Y'all gonna have that connection. For
we
you.
did. So when
Yeah.
we talked and shit, we were just like, oh man, remember when we were 12, we were roaming around the streets of Queens and stuff like that, you know? So it was just like cool to just link up with like someone from like your
Yeah.
childhood, you know?
Yeah,
I don't
real
have any
childhood.
friends really from elementary down, and
I
he's like
feel
the
you.
only one, you know?
Yeah.
So in honor of that, I'm gonna pick a song that we used in our first home movie, and it's called "The Riddler" by Method Man,
Okay.
which was on the Batman Forever soundtrack.
Ah.
Yeah,
Okay.
because we used that soundtrack as the soundtrack for our film. Because
Yeah.
like that movie soundtrack, like there's like 14 tracks on the album,
It
but
was Kiss from a Rose.
yeah, Kiss
was
from
on
a
there.
Rose, the U2 song is on there. Oh, one of the best songs, right? Talk about a song with great melody.
Kiss from a Rose.
Yeah.
It's different.
Yeah. But there was like 14 tracks on that album, and only like 3 or 4 songs were actually in the movie. So then we used the other tracks that they didn't use in the movie for our movie, and it made it just look like it was exclusively made for our movie. You know,
Yeah.
a lot of soundtracks did that a lot back in the day. But yeah, the Method Man was one that wasn't in the movie, but it's just a dope song that we used in an awesome scene.
Yeah.
So, The Riddler by Method Man. If you'd like to hear it, here it go. Circa 1995.
That was a good year. That was a good year.
Yeah, great year.
Circa 1985.
I'm gonna pick a new song. Freddie Gibbs and Madlib just dropped an album called Bandana,
Ooh,
and
yeah, I
it
did hear that.
is
Yeah,
fire.
yeah.
He made all his beats on this iPad.
It is
Yeah,
fire.
yeah. You're right.
Word.
It is.
Madlib made all his beats on the iPad.
That's dope.
Like, there's no excuse. Shut up.
None.
Yo.
Yeah.
There's
Big
none now.
facts.
Now you just turned me up.
No, I'm
Yeah.
telling you,
Big
like,
facts.
like you listen to that album, you hear it, and that's an iPad,
it's-
GarageBand.
Every single song, every single beat, I'm like
Yeah.
nasty.
It just depends on what you do with what you got. Yo.
Yeah.
That's it.
So the song I'm picking is Palm Olive with Pusha T and Killer Mike.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
When I tell you my nigga Pusha,
What?
goddamn,
He broke.
roll
Yeah.
that bitch. I listened to that song at least 6 times today. Like it's oh my god.
Yeah,
Pusha
it's
T
great.
and Killer Mike.
And Killer Mike
And
ripped
Freddie.
it. And Freddie
Yeah.
ripped it.
Yeah.
Heavy hitter
Ripped
lineup
it.
right there, boy.
Ripped it. He got a song with Anderson .Paak as well. That's pretty
Yep.
good.
Oh, I
know that
he
was
got
crazy.
I wanna hear
Most
that.
Def and Black Thought up there.
Oh,
It's
I know
15
them
same tracks, too.
Really
I'm
fire,
off
but
tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm
Palm
about to say I'm
Olive-
gonna download that.
Palm
I'm gonna
Olive,
run
Palm
that
Olive has to be my favorite track up there
of this year so far.
of this
just,
year. Right now, that's my favorite song.
Okay,
Right now,
okay,
that's my
okay.
favorite song. So
Okay.
Palm Olive by Freddie Gibbs featuring Pusha T and Killer Mike. If you like to hear it, here you go.
Yeah, I gotta hear that.
My favorite is Crime Pays.
I love
Yeah.
that. I love that one.
That
Half
shit's
Man,
fire.
Half Cocaine beat is fire too.
Yeah.
That beat. It's just Freddie. He switched up his flow.
Right.
You know, sometimes he kind of picks the same flow, but he switched it up on some.
You
of the
remember he
songs.
was getting held down in the overseas jail for a while over a rape allegation.
Yeah, I
And
remember
he
that.
got out and been prospering ever since.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
Mad Lib. It's like the
Everybody's
descendant
been
of
held out in
Dilla.
overseas
You know,
jail.
Yeah.
like one of
Them
the.
overseas jails is different. I don't. If I have to go to jail,
Yeah.
I'd much rather.
Remember what
be
they
in
did to
America.
Esco? He was locked up for
Right.
56 nights.
No.
Yeah,
That's
bro. If I have
crazy.
to go to jail, please let it be in
That's
America.
crazy.
I'm not dealing with that other shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least I know there's certain things that might happen. You know what I'm saying? For me, like it could go left at any moment, but I know there might be an uproar if it goes the wrong way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You all alone over there.
Well, I think you already know what mine's gonna be. So mine is number 2 off of Revenge of
Okay,
the
yeah.
Three Mirrors, Down
Oh,
Bad.
yeah.
Down
I
bad.
can't
Yeah.
talk at all today. Have y'all noticed that? Yo. So Revenge of the Dreamers 3, Down Bad. Number 2 is JID, Boss, Earth
Cole.
Gang, and Cole.
Earth Gang and Cole. Yep.
Cole's on that one.
Yeah, it said his name on there. I think.
remember.
Might be wrong. I can't remember now.
But yeah, like I knew this shit was gonna be hot because I heard this shit. Actually, I heard it today for the first time. Today I listened to like the first 4 or 5 or something like that. But I heard that song, a snippet of it for the first time on JID's Instagram.
Okay.
Like, he put like a snippet out and was like, dropping or whatever. Mm-hmm. And Joey Badass had commented on it, and like I commented on that. I commented on that shit like as a fangirl. Like I heard that shit, and it was like. I would be fucked up. I used to be down bad. Yeah. And I had to tighten the fuck up. And I'm here for the crown. Oh shit! I was like, oh, I didn't see that coming.
Yeah.
And then like I was like, God damn! I put the flames emoji like a bunch of times, and I was like, my God, dude. And I was like this shit crazy. And I was like, this is so crazy. So when it dropped, I listened to the first record. I was like, oh, this is fire. And then, like, I didn't even look at the lineup. And the second one started playing. And I was like, oh, this is it.
Yeah.
I guarantee you, when you turn that bitch on, if anybody hasn't heard it, you're going to start bouncing. When the beat, you're just going to be like,
it's infectious.
oh, shit.
Yeah.
And then, like, he just going to start coming off with spitting. And you're going to be like, okay, yeah, he going in. And then when the hook hit, you like.
It hits the right spot every time. It catches you
and now
within
I'm
that
thinking
first
about that
second.
shit, too. And then, like, that shit at a show is going to rock.
Yeah.
It's going to be
so
insane
crazy at a show.
That'd be dope.
Oh, my God.
They're gonna announce a tour. They're gonna announce a tour. They're gonna announce a tour.
They're gonna make us wait till that Dreamville Fest again.
Yes.
They're gonna make us wait till then.
You think so?
And then he gonna have everybody in the building. Everybody in the building.
my
and they gonna be
God.
like, we just gonna run this.
Right.
Because you know Cole, that's happening.
yeah,
That's happening.
yeah.
It's
It's
gonna
about
be
to be
right here,
crazy.
and I'm on it.
Yeah,
Like,
for real. It's gonna be
I'm
crazy.
on it.
Yes.
You get to see everybody. If you like one person on the album, you gonna pay that fee.
I'm down for Raleigh's economy to go up. So.
It's
I
coming up
appreciate you
very
bringing
fast.
businesses and hip hop into this world because
Facts.
we were struggling for a while.
We needed
and now
it.
I think we're on the map now.
I think
I think
Yeah.
100%.
I think we are on the map
100%.
now, like for real.
Yeah.
Between him, baby.
And I was thinking about it because I was like,
Baby.
I knew it was coming because I was like, you got Cole started this thing, and then you had Rhapsody going, you got
Rhapsody.
everybody
Yup.
else going, you got
Right.
Mez was doing his thing, Mez
Right.
is doing his thing.
Right.
You know what I'm
'Cause
saying?
he was on the
Got
project
the baby
too.
going crazy, like all of them, like I'm like, God, like shit's going, and then like the All-Star game was supposed to be here, and shit, you know, but whatever.
Yeah.
Well, it did
Charlotte,
Charlotte, but then Dreamville came and it was like, all right, here we fucking go. You know what I'm
Yeah, this
saying?
is the
For
first
sure.
major thing.
So with that's dope. So if you know, this record is called Down Bad, featuring JID, just featuring Dreamville. I'm just gonna say that.
Dream- yeah,
Dreamville
much.
on the Revenge of the Dreamers 3. You like to hear it? You know what I'm saying? Go here it go. Here it
You have to put some stank on it.
yeah.
So I pick a song.
Yep, it's on you
Yeah.
now.
So the song is what I was talking about earlier. It's called
The one that you're
Jesus.
freestyling?
Hell yeah. Yeah.
Okay, what is it?
It's called Jesus is the One. I got depression. And it's by Kenny Beats and Zach Fox. And the story behind this beat is like Kenny Beats has a YouTube channel where he makes beats on the fly for rappers and they freestyle over it. So like he's had like Vince Staple, he's had like Lil Yachty, but like this one time he had a comedian come in and like it was funny the whole time. Like but he like I don't really listen to rap, but if it's like something I can visualize and like it's a story, I fuck with it. So like everything he was saying, because he was going through the samples and then he came across like some gospel sample, but it was like a fire ass gospel sample. He was like, it was like Jesus is the one. He's in it, but the sample behind it, like the chords and stuff, was lit. It was just like it's like an 80s like vibe, and then he added like a crazy ass 808, and then the guy went in the booth. You got to watch the episode. Like, it's hilarious. But it's hella disrespectful.
Yeah.
Like, it's hella ignorant. But, like,
you have
to, like, after that, you're like, I need to learn all the words to this song. Because I think when it came out, I was like, this is better than Old Town Road. This is the song of the year right here. For real.
Write this down on the radio.
Yeah. So, it's called Jesus is the One. I got depression.
The title is
No, you have to like the whole song. You like
can't wait to
you
hear
go
this
in
shit.
on mental illness, bro. He be like, bro, if you got a mental illness, turn up. If you medicated, not medicated, he's like, man, I fucking put my I put my dick in that bag of Doritos and get a bitch nigga to dust off the tip. Like, I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah, yeah, right,
Okay.
yeah. It's just like visualizing, like, just,
Like, how did you put that image
right,
together?
right.
Lyrics are very visceral.
Okay.
You have to
Yeah.
watch the. It's like, what the fuck is he saying? This shit good as fuck though.
yeah,
But
yeah.
no, it's,
Okay.
yeah.
We gonna run that.
That's the jam.
So yeah.
Like to hear it.
You like to hear it? Here it go. Hey, and look, that's the end of the episode, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in again. This is a long one, but you know, Sarah's in town. We gotta make these days count. Put this work in.
Yes.
And you know, let them know where they can find you. I mean,
Thanks for having me. First of all,
they know where to find you,
problem.
but you know, they,
yeah, my name, my Instagram, like social media is Sarah2ill, and you can find me on any major streaming services. Sarah the Instrumentalist.
yeah.
So
Facts. And Three Oak Podcast on everything. Like, comment, share, subscribe, hit that like button, leave us some feedback, and peace. We'll see y'all next week.
You just watched well, we could start over if you'd like.
Hey!
You just watched the Three Oak Podcast instead of listening to it.
You just watched the Three Oak Podcast. Okay.
Thank you for watching and listening to the Three Oak Podcast.
If you enjoyed what you just watched, hit the subscribe button right there or right there. Matter of fact, Shane,
Yeah,
I need you to do something for me.
sure. Yo. Look, my dick is so big, you don't even know. You want to see it? Well, fuck it, I'll show.
Subscribe to the YouTube. We need you. Subscribe.